Before the game got underway, a 6.9 earthquake struck, rippling through the Bay Area for 15 seconds. As word got out about the extent of damage throughout the area and the news that there were casualties, baseball was put on hold. Once it was clear that Candlestick was fine, Game 3 got underway 10 days later. The A's were able to go back to their aces, Dave Stewart and Mike Moore, and swept the Giants, the first World Series sweep since the Reds beat the Yankees 4 straight back in 1976. On the strength of 2 wins, Stewart was selected as the series' most outstanding player. The 10-day delay between games was the longest in series history, and that final game on October 28th was the latest the World Series had gone up to that point in baseball history. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 87.
Never.
Bucket is good.
Not.
Man, he pulled out the whole package there.
Exciting.
The Raptors are up 16.
We're just getting started. This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
It's the beginning, we just got started.
When you have a local kid that grew up watching Toronto Raptors and that's his favorite team, there is extra love, extra motivation, extra everything for him to do well. And he is, first of all, extremely happy to be in this position. And all of that together really helps him to go out there every single night and to compete to the highest level and to perform. You know, it's great to see him that he's doing well. Our team accepted him really well. Players, coaches, everybody's trying to help him on the fly, and he's adjusting really well. So really proud of him and happy for him.
The Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic speaking about A.J. Lawson, who has been one of the many solid young performers for this Raptors squad, as Toronto has won 6 of 7 and 3 in a row as they head into tonight's tilt against the Portland Trail Blazers. Tip-off coming in about 10 minutes' time. Welcome to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors. Eric Smith and Paul Jones with you on this Sunday evening. And Jonesy, I mentioned A.J. Lawson. We could go down the rest of the list of guys that have contributed to this team, but one guy that hasn't had a lot of chatter about him of late because he's been sidelined, but he's back in the lineup tonight for the Raptors, Ochai Agbaji.
Because you think about all the opportunities being granted to the young players right now at this stage of the season. And Ochai's still a young player, relatively speaking. He came over last year at the trade deadline from Utah, worked on his game, had a summer to work on it, has become a regular, if not relatively solid contributor when the Raptors are winning. And then now he gets hurt, and you know, this is valuable time for him, too, in terms of his development and getting opportunities and, you know, developing chemistry with different people. So it's nice to see him back. And I feel like we kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
Because he was injured, and there were so many other young guys getting those opportunities.
Well, you and I even just spoke a couple of broadcasts ago about, with Grady Dick's sideline, the play of Roden, the play of Lawson, the play of Jamison Battle as well. And you're right, we forgot to mention Ochai Agbaji. And actually, breaking news, quote-unquote, from Portland, I said not in the starting lineup. Well, he is. Ochai Agbaji back in the starting lineup, returning from the inactive list into the starting lineup. He'll be alongside Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Jamison Battle, and Jamal Shed. But the list continues to be long of players sidelined for the Raptors, not dressing tonight, resting Emmanuel quickly. The Raptors are on the front night of a back-to-back playing against Phoenix tomorrow. Inactive as well for the Raptors, R.J. Barrett with illness, Ulrich Shamshay still sidelined, Grady Dick, Brandon Ingram, Jared Roden, and Jacoby Walter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players for the Raptors not available tonight, but great to see Ochai Agbaji back and available for Toronto. Why don't we take a look right now, Jonesy, at the keys to victory, brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game in the new 2025 CR-V Sport. Jonesy, your keys to victory for the Raptors against the Portland Trailblazers.
Well, let's start with the one that is the key in practically any sport, Eric. If you can look after and be on the...
What's up, Raptors fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Please hit that like button down below. Let's help bring more basketball fans here to this amazing community. We're heading into the spring. The Raptors might push for a last number 10, number 9 playoff spot, but we don't know. Hit that like button down below. Let's keep growing this community. It helps bring more basketball fans here to the chat as well. Please share it out. Social media, we're starting to do a lot more stuff on social media. Check us out on TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram, whatever you got. We're there. I think so. See you back in the chat. Go Raptors, go.
What's Toronto going to do in terms of being a good, a good team in terms of closing possessions with rebound? We always talk about it. People think steals are a big part of defense. Yeah, they are. But you can get the ball back, as I always say, contain, contest, rebound. There's your stop. There's your steal right there, forcing a bad shot. So let's keep an eye on the rebounding. And lastly, we continue with Toronto to watch the chemistry, the mix of with Ochai back. You talked about RJ out, quickly out, all of these different things. Let's keep an eye on the chemistry and who's on the floor together and how they play with one another.
Again, the keys to victory brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. You take a look at this ball game tonight. The Toronto Raptors come in as the number 11 seed in the Eastern Conference. They are 4 games back of the 10th seeded Chicago Bulls. They've got a game-and-a-half lead over the Philadelphia 76ers in 12th. They've got a 2-game lead on the Brooklyn Nets sitting in 13th. The Raptors, as I mentioned off the top, having won 3 in a row. Their opponent tonight, the Blazers, actually have 4 more victories this season than the Raptors. They are 28 and 39, but they are in 13th in the Western Conference, and they have lost 5 in a row. So 2 teams potentially going in opposite directions based on how well the Raptors are playing, having won 6 of 7. Meanwhile, Portland trying to get back on track, having lost 5 straight, because otherwise this is a Portland Trailblazers team that was right there in the mix in terms of maybe being that 10 spot, maybe being as high as number 9, but they've begun to slide a little bit here late in the season. And you think about the West, Jonesy, in the East, 28 and 39 right now is the 10 seed. That's the exact same record the Blazers have. That's the record that the Chicago Bulls have. The 10 seed in the West is the Dallas Mavericks at 33 and 35. And even though this has nothing to do with our game, I don't know if I'm sure you have seen, but folks that are listening right now, if you haven't seen or heard, there is now chatter about the possibility of the Dallas Mavericks potentially having to forfeit games because their roster currently sits at the absolute minimum that you can play at in the NBA, and they don't have any room under their apron, their hard cap, to sign any additional players. So if anybody else were to get hurt for the Dallas Mavericks, they would be forced to forfeit games, which has never happened to my knowledge.
That's crazy. That is crazy. And with all of the injuries they have, you would think that the NBA would, I don't know, make an exception, give them a couple of 10-day guys, allow the collective bargaining agreement to have some kind of loophole around injuries where they could dip to their G League franchise and get some guys. It's absolutely crazy.
Dallas has a game-and-a-half lead over Phoenix in that 10-11 battle in the Western Conference. The Raptors will see the Suns tomorrow night, but first it's the Blazers tonight. It's Portland and Toronto, and the tip-off is coming up next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Ugh, traffic. Uncomfortable, am I right? Look, I can't get you home any sooner, but what I can do is make your life more comfortable when you get there. That's because Leon's Comfort Sale is on, wait for it, now. Get 50% off select sofas and sectionals like the Jessica sofa, only $6.99, or 50% off select mattresses. Plus, get amazing offers on financing. Now, honk the horn. Let them know you have a sale to get to. Leon's, now that's comfortable. Visit leons.ca today.
Got PC Optimum points? Claire does, and shops the bonus redemption event at Shoppers Drug Mart to get more free stuff for her points.
If I redeem 200,000 points, I'll get $300 off. That's an extra $100 in value.
awesome, Claire. The bonus redemption event runs March 14th to 19th, in-store and online. Exclusive to Shoppers Drug Mart. Proudly Canadian-owned and operated. Restrictions apply.
When you sit on your Aeroplan points, it's like you're sitting on your next trip. Like a sunny getaway, sitting on a terrace. But instead, you're sitting on your Aeroplan points. So the only place you're sitting is in your car coming back from work. Use your points and go from sipping on your leftover latte to sipping on the local vintage. So stop sitting on your next trip and start enjoying your Aeroplan points.
Supporting Canadian businesses has never been more important. That's why Canada Post is committed to making it easier to ship Canadian with our best rates ever. Right now, your business will save up to 70% on expedited shipping and returns. Plus, as a Toronto-based business, you can access rates as low as $3.50 for lightweight local packages. It's time to shop Canadian, ship Canadian. Learn more about our best rates at canadapost.ca/shipcanadian.
You deserve a great lunch. That's why Boston Pizza now offers a $15 lunch menu, including a main, side, and a drink served in just 20 minutes. Boston Pizza's $15 lunch menu. Because a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food.
Until March 26th, save up to 60% at the Mark's This Is Big event. Save big on your favorite brands with a wide selection of jeans, hoodies, jackets, hiking shoes, and more. This is Big event. On now at Marks and Marks.com.
Don't miss the massive public online auction at NorthTorontoAuction.com. Bid on ATVs, travel trailers, and snowmobiles. Find commercial vehicles and industrial equipment. Plus, hundreds of cars, trucks, and SUVs from government agencies, financial repossessions, and dealer trade-ins. Hurry! Bidding ends tomorrow at noon. Do not miss this massive public online auction. Bid early and bid often. Register at NorthTorontoAuction.com.
Sold right over there. Sold.
Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set for tip-off between the Blazers and Raptors from the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Toronto tonight will be starting. I already gave you the starters, but I'll give it to you one more time. Jamal Shead, Ochai Agbaji, Jamison Battle, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. On the other side for the Blazers, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, Denny Avdia, Toumani Camara, and Donovan Clingan. The Canadian Shaedon Sharpe is a high flyer, to say the least.
One of my buddies said his nickname, they love his nickname, the Abnormality.
I love that.
That's a good one. It's pretty original, pretty catchy. I like that one. Well, hey, but speaking of high flying, what was your favorite Vince nickname? I know people defaulted to Air Canada because of the Raptors, and that was kind of the easy one, but...
I mean, Vinsanity was great, but I also did love the half man, half amazing.
I liked half man, half amazing.
Yeah. It's not really a nickname, though. It's more a term.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I don't like, and I appreciate that we're not using it for Shaedon Sharpe in any way, is just putting maple onto something. Like Maple Jordan or like, okay, enough. We got to come up. And I, what I would love to know, too, is in Portland for Shaedon Sharpe or you know, whomever, insert player here, like Spider Mitchell. Do they have the posters? Because I want to go back to the mid to late 80s, the early 90s with those posters with the nicknames where you had Mailman and you had Iceman and you had Rain Man, all those different posters that the various sneaker companies were making. That's back in the heyday when we actually had legit marketing campaigns and these posters and whatnot. I had those all over the bedroom wall.
The real nicknames. I love those.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm with you.
All right, we are set to go in Portland, one of the great joints in the NBA, folks. If you have a chance to get out to Portland and attend a game at the Moda Center, do so. You will not be disappointed. As Portland controls the opening tip, they start with the ball as Denny Avdia has it. Cross court. Gives it up to Clingan. Up top to Sharpe. Sharpe having it now. Covered by Ochai, puts it on the floor, drives into the painted area, goes far corner as the Blazers work it around. Deep in the shot clock, it's down to 4. Running floater was no good. That was Kamara that missed that one, but it's cleaned up down low by Klingon, who puts it back in the tin, and the Blazers strike first. 2-0 Portland. And the Raptors answer back on their first possession with, guess what? No, you're not mishearing this. A Jakob Poeltl 3-ball to give Toronto a 3-2 lead.
Well, hey, if we're developing the young guys and their skills, well, how about an old guy developing some new skills too?
And the Raptors quickly back the other way off a miss from the far corner. That was Kamara that missed. And the Raptors came down the floor and got yet another quick deuce from Ochai Agbaji. Welcome back, Ochai. 5-2 Toronto. Not even 90 seconds into the ball game. Sharp with a short jumper just below the near elbow. Got it to go for Portland. It's 5-4.
Eric, again, interesting that Portland's first basket came off an offensive rebound.
And a quick strike yet again from the Raptors as the trailer Jakob Poeltl catches the pass from Jamal Shead and floats one up and in. Raptors lead 7-4. Didn't mean to ignore your point, Jonesy, but as you're trying to make a point, the Raptors are scoring another bucket.
Yeah.
A quick pace to this game here early on.
Well, and you're probably going to get that because Portland, I mean, they are, both of these teams are, like I always said, the back in the old days, you used to look at games over 100. The way it is now with the rules and the three-point shooting, you got to look at games over 110.
Yeah.
And both of these teams are over 110, yet in the bottom third of the NBA when it comes to scoring.
Well, speaking of three-point shooting as well, with Jakob Poeltl draining that 3, I'm gonna get our fabulous producer on this. I'm 99% sure that is Jakob's first triple of the season, and I'd be hard-pressed to say that it might be his. If it's not his first in his career, he has not hit more than 5 in his career. And on cue, speaking of triples, Jamison Battle drains another one for the Raptors, and Toronto has jumped out to a 10-4 lead.
Interesting. Toronto 2 of 2 from 3 to start with. Portland, one of the top defensive three-point shooting teams in the NBA. 5th in three-pointers allowed and 7th in three-pointers made. Yet Toronto's 2 of 2 to start.
And 4 of 4 overall. They have yet to miss, leading by 6. With 9:57 to go in the opening quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Jan owns a home and a restaurant fusing French and Mexican cuisine. But she is fusing no more because her ovens have gone kaput. She called Alpine Credits, who sent their speedy superhero. With her business loan approved, her ovens were quickly fixed. The hero even had some of her poutine nachos. Yum! Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
At Honda, we take pride in building the CR-V Sport here in Allison, Ontario. And with all-wheel drive, plus a suite of Honda sensing technologies, we made sure it can handle Ontario winters. But you're probably wondering, what's with the one-touch power moonroof? Well, Ontario, we hold on to the hope that one day winter will be over. Get ready for spring and adventure with the Honda CR-V Sport. Lease with rates from 1.99% for 36 months, plus get a $1,500 Honda bonus. OAC conditions apply. Made with domestic and imported parts. See HondaOntario.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Thanks for tuning in on a Sunday evening to the Sportsnet Radio Network, and shout out to our guard, J.R. Manitat, our fabulous producer, and working tonight with Tristan Marcagiani. And Tristan and J.R. Well, listen, I'm giving them both the shout out. But I think J.R. did a lot of the dirty work. No offense, Tristan. tracking it down on a Basketball Reference. That was indeed Jakob Poeltl's first triple of the season, Jonesy. And I was correct. 5 or less in his career. He had 2 previously to tonight. So he now has 3 for his career. 1 came with the Raptors in 2017-2018. 1 with the Spurs in 21-22.
Well, he's got more than Kareem.
He's got 1 more this season than you and I. 10-4 Raptors lead out of the timeout. Triple no good for the Blazers, and the Raptors get on the glass and come down the floor with Scotty Barnes. He was in a full sprint taking that one after the miss from Simons, and the Raptors go straight to the tin, get the bucket from Barnes on a 6-footer, and now they lead 12-4.
Great start for Toronto. Terrific start.
8-point advantage. Klingon hands off. He gave it up to Simons. And we've got a moving screen against the Blazers to wipe out their possession. And guess who? Trying to fight through that screen to draw that foul, Jamal Shed, as the Raptors will get the ball and now a chance to go up double figures. 9:15 to go, opening quarter. Raptors leading 12-4. Poeltl, lob pass, down low to Scotty Barnes, who missed it, but then keeps it alive, tapping it to Battle, to Poeltl. Poeltl looking to give it up, and he does. Backdoor cut to Ochai. Went up and under on a reverse, but he got a shot blocked, and the Blazers pick it up. Here comes Abdia across center. Down Main Street. Lays it up, no good. Great contest by Scotty. Ball picked up by Battle. Here come the Raptors again. Near sideline, it's Battle. To the trailer, Scotty Barnes. Over to Shed, far wing. Far corner, wide open. Ochai missed it, but Poeltl keeps it alive. Fresh 14. Battle fakes, and he gets called for. No, he didn't. They're going to say that he got hit in the face. The last place that Jamison Battle wants to be hit, as he's still wearing that face mask.
Good job by Toronto on the offensive glass. And then pitching it out. You know, you get the offensive rebound. Good time to pitch it back out because so many people are focused on other stuff. Good time to get the offensive look, good look from 3.
Battle to Barnes out on the wing far side above the arc. He's covered by Kamara, puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line, then leans in, elevates, takes the shot, draws the foul, and he's going to the line for 2.
Kamara was on an island there. The Raptors had the floor spread and balanced, 2 on each side of the floor, all lifted above the 3-point line. And it was 1-on-1 with the entire middle of the floor open.
Barnes goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first one. Already with 3 points, 2 assists, 2 boards in the opening 4 minutes. Not even 4 minutes, 3.5. As he drops down the second free throw, and Toronto has opened up a 10-point lead at 14-4. It's a 9-0 Raptor run. Abdia over to Klingon. Hands it off now to Kamara, back to Abdia. Abdia trying to get into the lane, had the ball knocked away by Battle, picked up by the Raptors down the floor. Jamal Shed to Ochai Agbaji, who rips it down on a 2-hand cram, and the Raptors lead by 12.
Great 2-on-1, and what made it was Shed took the ball all the way to the goal as if he was going to score it. He went airborne before making his pass. That got a total commitment from the defender, Kamara.
Monstrous cram by Ochai makes it 16-4.
Kamara jumps and went, wait a minute, that ball's not being shot. It's going over my, oh, watch your head.
Yeah, you just got crowned.
Watch your head.
Raptors with a 12-point lead. Scoot Henderson comes into the ballgame now for Anthony Simons. Henderson immediately touches the ball, elevates for a triple from the near side, missed it, and the Raptors snag the rebound. A.J. Lawson in for Jamison Battle, has it in his hands for the Raptors, wearing that red 0 on the white jersey. Nice touch pass from Poeltl to a cutting Lawson, far side, lays it in.
Powered that one in. I mean, powered that one in. He was bumped, hit on the ascent to the basket, and that ball had legs. It hit the backboard and crawled up and in.
18-4. The Raptors rolling right now. Kamara in the lane, stops on a dime, passes down on the block to Klingon, who goes up and under, misses the reverse, but a putback jam is good by Shaedon Sharpe.
Offensive rebounds. Got to keep guys off the glass. Got to put a body on them.
Raptors still leading big. They have tripled up the Blazers right now. It's 18-6. Lawson to Pirtle. Floater is good. I think that was actually meant as a cross-court pass, and Yak just stuck his mitts out, caught it in the lane, and floated it up.
Yeah, it looked like Lawson got caught in between, passing it to Pirtle or someone else, and he thought, I'll put it kind of between both of them and see who grabs it.
20-6.
As you said, Pirtle threw the hands up. I'll say this, Eric, and I'm looking at this Raptor team. The start that they've had, yes, it's against a Portland team that's, got only 28 wins. But a fast start, the Raptors firing on all cylinders with no Quickly, no Barrett, no Brandon Ingram. You're not telling me this is a potential playoff team next year?
No Grady Dick.
No Grady Dick. And making noise?
They just got another deuce as we were chatting, and now they lead 22-6 off a 5-footer from Jakob Pirtle, who's off to a hot start with 9 points to lead all scorers. On the other end, a foul comes in against the Raptors with a 16-point lead, 22-6. That foul will go against
Castleton. Although I thought
it was Castleton. Somebody in the official scores needs to give their head a scratch.
Scotty's not even on the floor.
Scotty's on the bench, and they give it to Scotty Barnes. Colin Castleton, by the way, signed to a second 10-day contract today by the Raptors, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him finish out the season as a Raptor. Time will tell, but he has played extremely well since coming to TO. Raptors leading 22-6. The triple up, and it rattles around a couple of rims and goes down for Kamara. And Kamara gets it to go, cutting it to 22-9. 5:53 to go here in the opening quarter. Pirtle hands off on the perimeter to Shed. Shed's going to step into a 3-ball straight away. Missed it badly, and it's tracked down by the Blazers. They will bring it across center as Avdia floats a pass over on the near side to Henderson. Quick trigger 3-ball. No good. Raptors knock it around into the hands of Temple, who pushes ahead to Shed. Across center comes Shed. Bounce pass back to Temple. Over on the wing to Castleton. Far side handoff to Lawson. Back up top to Temple. Temple near the logo at center now at the free throw line just above it. It's Pirtle who tried to float one to Temple, and it's picked off. Here comes Avdia down Main Street, bumped by Castleton. They say play on, but then more contact came in the lane, and they ultimately call the foul against the Raptors, and they're going to send Denny Avdia to the free throw line.
It's funny because Temple was held on his initial cut. He's talking to Fred VanVleet's favorite official, Ben Taylor, about it right now. And he was held on his cut to the basket. And I think I'm trying to choose my words carefully here.
Let it rip, Jones.
I think the NBA has to be very aware of the officiating. Did you see J.B. Bickerstaff, our guy last night, go off?
I did.
How do you throw Cade Cunningham, who's probably going to be an all-NBA player, out of his own building in a feature game against the #1 team in the West the one time they come to Detroit? You throw the guy out for reviewing a call, which you got wrong on the review, saying it was a hostile act by Isaiah Stewart, totally officiating his reputation and not the game, because they saw Lou Dort sprawled out and they kind of went back and like how do you do that?
It's a great point. Avdia goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Raptors leading 22-10. Castleton missing a 3-ball from the far corner.
And this is what I tell fans and people like that are readily driving the tank in Toronto. You don't just brush off losing like that, because it takes a while to have built that, and it takes a while to lose that perception also.
Scoot Henderson driving down Main Street, and as he elevated, lost the handle. He butterfingered it out of bounds. And it's another Portland turnover. Give it to the Raptors with 4:42 to go in the opening quarter. 22-10, Raptors leading. Toronto shooting 69%. The Blazers 4 of 12 at 33%.
The last thing is I get down from the soapbox here, Eric.
Lawson to Robinson, yep. Robinson in the lane. In the far corner, back to Lawson. Good look at a 3 ball for Lawson, and it goes down. A.J. Lawson has put Toronto up 15.
I felt the bucket. That's why I kept quiet. I felt the bucket. Before I get down off the soapbox, they got to call the basic things that don't mess with the integrity of the game. 3 seconds, traveling, carrying, all of those things. You got to start calling those.
Avdia, far wing, 3 ball, answers back for the Blazers. His first triple of the game. Raptors still leading double figures, 25-13. Garrett Temple to Orlando Robinson above the free throw line. Oh, great cut by Lawson. Touch pass far corner. Battle 3 ball, no good. That would have been beautiful if it went down. Across center comes Henderson. On the near sideline, Scoot Henderson up top to Avdia. Another good look at a 3. Missed that one down low. The rebound was there for the taking, but Klingon had it taken away by Temple, who's then hit on the near side by Henderson. And it's a Portland foul with 3:38 to go in this opening quarter. Raptors leading 25-13, and we've got another timeout on the floor. Toronto by 12 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Save at Loblaws with Stamp and Save Days. Up to 15% off a single purchase. Get 1 stamp for every $20 spent. Collect stamps March 6 to 26 to save. Only at Loblaws. Conditions apply. See in-store signage for details.
Why not take a trip down the block to Kelsey's for half-price wings and $6 Coors Light every Thursday? There's never been a better time to wing it, just the way you like it. Only at Kelsey's, the original Roadhouse. At participating restaurants, must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Taxes extra.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. First quarter action. Raptors leading the Blazers 25-13. 3:38 to go in the opening frame. Jakob Poeltl leading the way for the Raptors with 9 points right now. Toronto still shooting a blistering 67%. They are 10 of 15 from the floor. They are also out-rebounding the Blazers 7-6, and they've got 9 assists on their 10 field goals. A great start to this game, Jonesy, for the Raptors.
It has been a really good start as the Toronto Raptors have jumped out of the gate and done a nice job. Done a really nice job. Just kind of melding units. You know, they've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the game, and you're not even through the first quarter. And the units are playing well, and I give credit to Darko Rajakovic and his staff for that, for instilling the right habits.
Barnes out on the wing, far side, handling the ball for the Raptors, puts it on the floor, driving, muscling his way to the tin, missed it, tipped by Robinson into the hands of Castleton, who turns, fires, misses the short hook, but it gets back into the hands of Castleton, who kicks it out to Garrett Temple, who missed on a 3, a little bit too strong, went off glass, off rim, and into the hands of the Blazers. Down the floor comes Portland, and in the far corner, a 3-ball is attempted by Anthony Simons, and he is fouled on the 3. He's going to step to the stripe as the foul is taken by Garrett Temple. That's going to be 3 free throws for Garrett Temple. (25-13). Raptors leading by 12 with 3:06 to go here in the opening frame. Simons at the line, scoreless in the ballgame, checked out early after playing 4 minutes, just came back into the ballgame and misses the first free throw. Simons dips on free throw number 2, knocks that one down. Now 1 of 2 at the stripe. Raptor lead is 25-14. Just saw our TV friends, Jonesy, put up a graphic a couple of moments ago. Most points off the bench in a 3-game span in Raptors franchise history. A.J. Lawson tied with Jalen Rose, 78 points.
Pretty good company.
Simons hits the 3rd of 3, so he went 2 of 3 at the stripe to cut the Raptor lead to 10, 25-15. Orlando Robinson wide open at the free throw line, turns, fires, and misses an open jumper. Castleton down low, battling, couldn't squeeze, and it's taken away by the Blazers. Reith has it on the wing near side, goes up top, straight away. It's Scoot Henderson. Henderson at the free throw line, crossed up Temple, got into the lane, floated up, missed the shot. Castleton comes down with it, ends up getting hit hard to the floor, seems to be favoring his wrist or arm as he tries to get up and get back into the play. The Raptors currently playing 4-on-5, and here comes Castleton back into the mix. Barnes had a bucket down low, but they're going to call the foul on the floor and wipe out the deuce for Barnes.
Interesting. Castleton, nice job going up and securing that rebound, playing through the contact. And you wonder how a guy ends up flat on his back. And down at the other end, man, Scotty Barnes had absolutely exquisite position down low. I mean, the defender was in jail on the entry pass.
That defender was Simons, who took the foul. Barnes in the lane now, hands off to Robinson. A little left to right pass from the right block. Robinson floats it up off glass and in. Raptors lead by 12. 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter as Scoot Henderson has it out on the far side. Taken away on a pass. Scotty Barnes snagged it. Down the floor comes Barnes. Had the ball poked away by Henderson. Got it back. Raptors keep the possession alive. Now Orlando Robinson loses the handles, and the Raptors do indeed ultimately turn it over. Simons out on the far sideline. Guarded by Temple. Trying to take Garrett off the bounce. Got to the free throw line. Up top to Reith. Over to Henderson on the near side. Henderson dips behind the screen, drives into the paint, goes at the tin, misses on a left-hand scoop, guided back toward the tin by Reith. He missed it, got his own miss back and put it in the tin. Raptors lead by 10.
Offensive rebounding. Got to keep Portland off the glass.
They're outdoing the Raptors, Jonesy, in that category, 5-3. The offensive rebounding. Toronto still leading by 10. 27-17. Orlando Robinson at the free throw line. Looking to hand off, and he does to Temple. Temple driving on the far side, far corner to Castleton along the baseline. Back out to Temple, far sideline 3. No good. Castleton cleans it up. His shot blocked, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Toronto. That was Kamara that got that one on the big stuff, but he swatted it out of bounds on the near sideline. Couldn't keep it in place, so the Raptors will get it with 10 on the shot clock. They inbound to Robinson, who hands off to Barnes. Down Main Street, floats one up. Rim, glass, no good. But guess who? Castleton again. Out to Lawson for 3. Lawson misses that one, and Portland comes away with the rebound. 45 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Raptors leading by 10. Simons at the logo at center for the Blazers. Toronto does not have a foul to give. Reith setting a screen. Temple spinning away from it to stay on Simons. Shot clock down to 4. Far sideline. The fake. The sidestep. Set the feet. Missing the triple. That was Murray. But the Blazers come down with the offensive rebound. Kamara had it. Then it was tipped back up and in. By who? Was it Reith?
It looked like Murray.
Either way, it's a deuce for the Blazers. They've cut the Raptor lead down to single digits. It's 8. Jonesy, it was Murray who got the bucket. Second chance opportunities tonight, 8-2 in favor of the Blazers. Raptors with the last chance here. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Temple at the far elbow, cut off, turns, fires, missing the shot off the side of the rim, and that will do it to end the frame. Portland, to their credit, gets the Raptor lead 116 down to 8.
Yeah, fought back, did a better job. I still like the start by Toronto, holding Portland under 31% from the floor. Make some more shots yourself, and again, keep them off the glass. 8 offensive rebounds already for Portland. And that's what's keeping them in the game.
Jonesy, Toronto was 10 of 15. They finished the quarter 1 of 10 from the floor. And their field goal percentage plummets to 44%, but still an 8-point lead heading to the second quarter. 27-19 is the score. We are back with the second frame on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Honda, we take pride in building the CR-V Sport here in Allison, Ontario. And with all-wheel drive, plus a suite of Honda sensing technologies, we made sure it can handle Ontario winters. But you're probably wondering, what's with the one-touch power moonroof? Well, Ontario, we hold on to the hope that one day winter will be over. Get ready for spring and adventure with the Honda CR-V Sport. Lease with rates from 1.99% for 36 months, plus get a $1,500 Honda bonus. OAC conditions apply. Made with domestic and imported parts. See HondaOntario.com.
Craving something fresh, fast, and full of flavor? At Barburrito, you can create millions of delicious combinations to match your mood. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, quesadilla, or taco, bursting with bold flavors and fresh ingredients. Whether you love it spicy, packed with veggies, or loaded with all the classics, there's a flavor for everyone. Barburrito is proudly Canadian, serving communities coast to coast, right in your neighborhood. Order today in store or on the Barburrito Canada app.
Barburrito, food for every mood.
Did you know that 94% of Hyundai SUVs are still on the road after 10 years? Or that the Hyundai Tucson has best-in-class standard tech and safety features? Or that right now you can take advantage of a special offer on the Hyundai Tucson with finance rates from 3.99% or $90 weekly lease payments at 6.49%. Discover the advantage of owning a Hyundai during the Hyundai Advantage sales event on now. Conditions apply. Visit HyundaiCanada.com or your local dealer for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second quarter. Raptors leading 27-19. They did have a 16-point lead. Portland chops it in half, but the Raptors still on top. Their only time trailing in this game was 2-0. Blazers got the opening bucket, and the Raptors actually went on a big-time run after that to again increase that lead up to 16 and control the entire first quarter. They start the second quarter with Barnes, Shed, Lawson, Temple, and Robinson. Robinson to Barnes right now. Into the lane, going right at Reith. Tons of contact. No call. And Scotty gets the floater to go. Rim, glass, and in.
Play through the contact. Ignore it if they're not going to give it to you. Make the bucket and then tell them about it so you get the next one.
29-19. Raptors leading by 10. Simons was at the far elbow, then backed out to the perimeter, turns, fires on a three ball, no good. Lawson high for the rebound, secures it for the Raptors. Portland shooting just 29%. Barnes driving on the near side, bumped again by Reith. This time he gets the call. As you just said, force him to call it, and he's going to the free throw line.
So Portland, you're shooting 30% for the game. Your main ball handler brings the ball down. You can't get it off him with a subpoena. He backs out to the three-point line and hoists a 24-foot contested three. I'm sorry for all the people with pie charts and graphs and the analytics. That, at that time, is a abominable shot.
Totally agree. Now, I have to assume that he will hear about it at the end of the night or in tomorrow's film session.
For sure. For sure.
Especially considering who his coach is.
Exactly. A former finals MVP and an NBA champion. Yeah, that's a dreadful shot. Now, mind you, I get it. It's a young player. Maybe you're trying to spark your team, but you've got to use better discretion, better decision-making.
And for those that don't know, of course, Chauncey Billups, head coach of the Portland Trailblazers. Raptors leading 31-19. Reith left open on the perimeter. Three ball up, no good for the big man. Raptors secure the rebound. Lawson high for it. Quickly pushes ahead to Shed. Toward the far sideline. Shed stops on a dime, elevates for three, and rips the cords from the west side. Raptors leading by 15.
Can I jump on Portland again? Duop Reith taking a three-point shot as a big guy, shooting 29%.
Well, at least Murray just read the proper mail and took it to the tin and laid it in.
Chris Murray, the twin brother of Keegan Murray.
Shed to Robinson at the near elbow. Back out to Shed at the logo. Shed on a mismatch, trying to go at the big man Reith. Backdoor cut along the baseline. Barnes had it, but bobbled it, and it dribbles off his fingers out of bounds. Turnover, Toronto. That'll be their third. 34-21, Raptors leading with 10:20 to go in the first half. Portland.
Pretty nice defense there by A.J. Lawson on the ball against Shaedon Sharpe. The sweep hand down at the bottom.
Portland down 13. Sharpe, Simons, Murray, Reith, and Delano Banton on the floor. He started this quarter. We didn't see him in the first, but the Rexdale kid is out there for the Blazers. He's got it in his hands right now, driving on the far side. Cut off on the baseline by Garrett Temple, brings it back out to the perimeter. Still on the bounce. Banton again gets to the baseline and whips it into the near corner to Sharpe, behind the back pass to Reith, taken away by Barnes. He comes down the floor. Here comes Scotty driving to the tin, fouled at the last second, and Scotty heading back to the stripe.
Really nice job by Scotty. We talk about how 2-on-1s aren't run properly anymore. That time he kept going, the defender kept retreating, and until you see the defender's shoulders squared to you, you keep going, and Scotty got to the basket that time.
Barnes knocks down the first free throw. Scotty having a great game thus far. In 6 minutes of action, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Give him 10 points now as he drops down the second free throw. He's doing it on both ends, defensively and offensively. Leading scorer in the ball game, with Toronto again pushing their lead to 15. It's 36-21. Simons to Reith, back to Simons on the logo at center. Shed in front of him. Turns and fires to Sharpe at the free throw line, and he buries the turnaround jumper. Cuts the Raptor lead to 13.
Nice footwork there. Good move by Shaedon Sharpe.
Far side. Oh, beautiful footwork there as well from Robinson. With the hesitation, he let the defender fly by, and then he elevated for the two-hand cram. Raptors leading 38-23. Sharpe was looking into the far corner, but his pass taken away by Jamal Shed. Raptors across center. Robinson to Lawson, 3-ball. Near wing, no good. Rebound to the Blazers.
Defensive awareness on that last play by Shed to crack back, peel back into the corner and cut off that baseline pass.
Simons, another step back triple is good from the wing near side. Raptor lead is cut to 12 at 38-26. Shed across center. Up top to Temple. Over to Robinson. Robinson on the wing near side now to Shed. Shed at the free throw line cut off. Goes back out on the perimeter to Temple. Shot clock's at 7. Garrett lobs one to Robinson in the lane. Went left, spins back right, lost the handle as it was knocked away by Simons, and the Blazers forced the turnover. Banton in the near corner to Reith. The big man again went for the 3, missed it. The tip no good for Murray, and the Raptors secure the rebound.
That's where the game has gotten crazy.
Here comes Scotty down the floor, weaving through everybody off glass and in like a freight train. Scotty Barnes, and Toronto leads by 14.
Big boy ball by Scotty, and I like the fact that he's really kind of cut down on his 3-point attempts.
Simons comes around a screen and just steps immediately into a 3-ball and knocks it down from straight away. That thing looked like it was in fast forward. Raptor lead is cut to 11, 40-29. With 8:05 to go in the second quarter, we'll step aside for the break. Raptors leading by 11 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Oh
no, I can't be out of ink. Not now.
Mega Tank.
Why do I always do this to myself? What is that printer that comes with 30 times the ink?
Mega Tank.
Yes, it's a Canon. Mega phone?
What's up, insiders? The brackets are released. Go Raptors, go. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on that bell. And let's cheer the Raptors on to a big win tonight in Portland. Make sure to join our Bracket Mania Bracket Challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Go Raptors. We the North.
On the front night of the back-to-back, playing in Phoenix tomorrow before closing out the road trip in San Francisco against the Golden State Warriors later in the week. But Jones, as we noted off the top, Raptors having won 3 straight and 6 of 7. It's a team catching fire depending on your perspective, either at the right time or the wrong time. And you and I have talked ad nauseum. You already did during the broadcast about establishing winning habits. And the Raptors entering action tonight only 4 games back of the 10 seed and a chance to potentially compete for the play-in and for the playoffs.
I mean, I always think that's the goal. I get it. I understand. But it just depends on what direction the front office wants to take.
11-point lead for the Raptors out of the timeout. Shed.
Great pass.
Beautiful pass, but he might have tweaked an ankle as he is hopping on 1 foot back toward the bench area. He's in the defensive play right now, and Jonesy, he's in a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
Yeah.
And he's immediately going to the bench. He reaches down to maybe tie that left shoe a little bit tighter. Yep. The front toe, the front part of the foot kind of rolled over as he planted and made that pass to Orlando Robinson.
Watch that last night in the Big East championship game.
42-29, Raptors leading by 13. Portland, Scoot Henderson, far elbow. Jumper, no good, down low. Unable to clean it up was Klingon. And he gives the ball to the Raptors with Toronto again leading by 13, 7:32 to go in this first half. A.J. Lawson brings it across center for Toronto. Hands to Garrett Temple. Bounces it over to Robinson. Robinson on the far wing, hands off to Temple. Turns, goes back up top to Robinson. The big man going to hoist a 3, missed it. Down low, Castleton comes out of nowhere to keep it alive. To Lawson, left hand scoop, no good. Robinson there, taps it to Lawson, who gets into the near corner, turns, fires, misses. Robinson again down low, couldn't get to it. Klingon secures it.
Couple of good looks if you're Toronto. Can't complain.
I love the activity on the glass, though, as well.
I just like A.J. Lawson's energy.
Far wing, 3 ball, no good. Scoot Henderson, Raptors secure the rebound. Lawson flies in to grab it. 5 boards, 5 points for A.J. Lawson. 3 ball, again for Robinson, no good. Hit down low. Back the other way, come the Blazers.
Agreed.
Henderson out to Murray, and a wing 3 is good from the near side for the lefty. As Murray buries it, cuts the Raptor lead to 10.
Orlando Robinson shooting about 27%. Now 8 of 30 from 3 this season.
Robinson over to Lawson, near sideline. Comes around a Robinson screen, curls into the paint, drops it to Robinson on the block, turns, fires off glass. Too strong, it popped out. Tough break for Orlando on that one.
A good move.
Simons driving. Near side, right-hand scoop. I think it was going to be left short, but Castleton unfortunately got in there a little bit too late, and he's called for the goaltend. Tough call for T.O. as Portland again has cut the lead to 8. Raptors had it at 16. Portland cut it to 8. Raptors built it to 15, and the Blazers have again chopped it down to 8. With 6:04 to go in the second quarter, we have now gone past the midway point of the frame with now 5:56 to go. Battle straight away. Down at the free throw line to Robinson. Robinson holding the ball. Goes back out on the perimeter to Battle. Has to get rid of it with the shot clock winding down. Missed it. Castleton in traffic. Snags the rebound. Turns, fires, and a soft right-hand hook. And he's talking some junk to Denny Avdia right now. I love it.
Yeah, I like the fight down there by Castleton. I really, really do.
Jones, he's got 8 rebounds in 2 minutes.
Well, we've talked about what a key
8 rebounds.
We talked about what a key the rebounding was going to be, especially with Portland. 10 offensive rebounds already for Portland. Raptors a good offensive rebounding team as well. They've got 8.
And again, for folks that might have missed it, Colin Castleton signed to a second 10-day contract by the Raptors earlier today. He's been averaging 7 points and 8.5 rebounds for the Raptors. Well, he's well on his way to that right now with 8 rebounds in 2 minutes. Toronto leading by 10. Avdia just lost the handle. It's picked up by Ochai ahead to battle to Castleton. Castleton driving into the painted area, and they're going to call a charge as Kamara stood in there and took the charge.
Bad decision by Battle. I mean, you don't give it to your big guy. I know you're a guy that's used to moving without the ball, but you're the main ball handler when you're there with Castleton. So you push it up the floor and see what you can get before dishing it off. Don't give it to that big guy till it's time to go 1-2, put it in, either on a layup or on a lob.
Garrett Temple just literally ripped the ball right out of the hands of Scoot Henderson. Got it ahead to Ochai, who missed on a left-hand dunk. He was put a second crown on the Blazers tonight, but he missed that one, and it actually went off Toronto out of bounds. So it's going to be Portland ball with 4:55 to go in the second quarter.
I like the aggressiveness by Ochai. When I've seen less than that called for a foul on the bump below, Avdia going for the block. Not the block hand, but the down hand, the bottom hand. Got a piece of Ochai's body. No call.
Raptors leading by 10, 44-34. This game started really hot, but the scoring has certainly slowed in the second quarter. Scoot Henderson out towards center near that big Blazers logo. Over to Klingon. Spinning away from Pirtle, handing it off to Avdia. Avdia now trying to work against Castleton. Gets down near the right block, leans in, draws the foul. And Denny Avdia is going to go to the free throw line.
Nice move by Avdia, but again, it was another one of those plays where the intent is to draw the foul and not to score the basket.
So Denny Avdia steps to the stripe.
And those are the ones that in about 3 weeks, once the playoffs start, they start calling those or stop calling those. The frequency changes quite a bit.
Avdia, former top 10 pick, number 9 overall in 2020 to the Washington Wizards in his 5th year out of Maccabi Tel Aviv. Knocks down the first free throw. He's 2 of 3 at the stripe, 1 of 3 from the floor. He's got 5 points, a rebound, and an assist. Give him 6 points as he buries the second one. And yet again, the Blazers have cut it to 8. This kind of seems to be the threshold, though. They haven't been closer than 8 in a long time. 44-36 is the score. Pirtle out on the wing far side, looking to give it up. Holding the ball a long time now, puts it on the floor, drives into the paint, turns and fakes the pass, then floats up a lefty release, but it rolls off the rim and into the hands of the Blazers. Across center, Sharp, far side, looking to drive, cut off, can't get anywhere, battles in front of him. Goes up top to Avdia. Avdia went to his right, cut back to his left, kicks back out on the perimeter to Sharp for 3, missed it. Klingon secures the rebound. Second chance opportunity for the Blazers. Henderson out to Avdia, far wing. Rattled 2 rims, no good. Rebound to Orlando Robinson. Ahead to Shed, far side. Dips his head down, drives to the tin, fouled. And now down low, we got elbows flying. Klingon didn't like the contact from Pirtle and just wildly threw an elbow at Yak.
Well, it's funny because down the other end, it was a clean box out by Pirtle. I don't know if Klingon's just used to getting his way down there, but really nice job by Pirtle on the block out. Maybe that's what led to the extracurricular activity at the other end.
Shed goes to the line and misses the first free throw. Too strong, back rim. That's the first miss of the night for the Raptors as a team. Scotty Barnes going to check back into the ballgame, Jones. He's only played 5 minutes tonight, yet he's still the leading scorer in the game with 12 points. 3:55 to go in the opening half. Raptors leading by 8. Shed, second free throw good. Toronto leads by 9. Portland brings it up across center toward the far sideline. Henderson crosses up Barnes, gets into the paint, bounces back out onto the perimeter. Now it's Sharp on the baseline near side. Went right into the chest of Jakob Poeltl, took the contact, got the floater to go. Blazers cut it to 7. Barnes to Robinson. On the left side, dribbling through the paint to the right side. Now turns, leans in on Klingon, goes off glass, missed it, cleaned up by Poeltl, who floats it back in. Yak doing some dirty work.
Raptors have 2 bigs in the game, and other than Klingon, there's some good rebounders, but nobody of substantial size for Portland.
Avdia around a Klingon screen in the near corner. They gave it to Sharp, back to Avdia, out on the far side to Henderson. Now in the far corner. And the triple is up and in for Kamara. Portland now down 6. This is the closest they've been since the first quarter, early first quarter. 2:50 to go in this first half. Barnes in the paint, stops on a dime, turns, fires, doesn't get the friendly roll. Avdia controls the rebound. Scotty now 3 of 6 in the ball game. Driving through the paint, losing the handle yet again. That's the third time tonight that Scoot Henderson has lost the handle. And the Raptors, the benefactors of yet another Portland turnover. We got a timeout on the floor. 2:35 to go until half. Raptors leading the Blazers 47-41 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
At Honda, we take pride in building the CR-V Sport here in Allison, Ontario. And with all-wheel drive, plus a suite of Honda sensing technologies, we made sure it can handle Ontario winters. But you're probably wondering, what's with the one-touch power moonroof? Well, Ontario, we hold on to the hope that one day winter will be over. Get ready for spring and adventure with the Honda CR-V Sport. Lease with rates from 1.99% for 36 months, plus get a $1,500 Honda bonus. OAC conditions apply. Made with domestic and imported parts. See HondaOntario.com.
A radio ad right in the middle of your karaoke. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. But you know what's ironic? It's only to tell you about Leon's Comfort Sale. Get 50% off select sofas and sectionals like the Verissimo leather sofa, only $7.99. Or 50% off select mattresses. Plus, get amazing offers on financing. See, I told you I'd make things comfortable again. Okay, let's take it from the top. Duet, Leon's. Now that's comfortable. Visit leons.ca today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 47-41. Raptors leading by 6 with 2:35 to go until halftime. Amit Mann coming up with our halftime show. Raptors have dipped down to just under 42% from the floor. And this after a hot start where they began the game 10 of 15. They are 8 for 28 since. So certainly the offense not rolling as well, but the defense has continued to go at a pretty decent clip, Jonesy. That said, a 16-point lead, a couple of 15-point lead. It's now down to 6 as we approach the final couple of minutes of this first half.
Defense keeping them in, Toronto. I mean, Portland's still shooting under 40%. It's come up a bit, but at the same time, if you're Toronto, you've got to make some shots yourself. You know, that's what gave you the lead. The defense is great, but you got to convert at the other end.
Shed floats a pass across center into the near corner to Scotty Barnes. Barnes down low to Poeltl. Not a great pass from Scotty. Knocked away by Avdia. Raptors will keep it with 14 on the shot clock. 2:25 to go here in the first half. Raptors looking to inbound. They do. Great pass by Shed down low to Robinson. And Robinson fouled as he elevated. Probably should have been an and one, but he couldn't come up with the bucket, so he's going to have to earn 2 at the strike. Orlando Robinson heads to the free throw line off the bench for the Raptors. 6 points, couple of rebounds, and 14 minutes of action. Robinson wearing that red 21. on the white jersey knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw up and clean. Robinson takes care of business, and the Raptors push the lead back to 8, 49-41. Avdia will bring it across center toward the far side for Portland. Hands off to Henderson. Scoot Henderson with it. Up top to Shaedon Sharp. Near elbow extended, now brings it back to the perimeter. On a switch, he's picked up by Jakob Poeltl. Goes cross court to Scoot in the lane. Far corner to Avdia, and as he put it on the floor, he got stripped by Jamal Shed, but it went out of bounds off Shed's hands. So it'll stay with the Blazers. Shot clock down to 3, though. So the Blazers will have to get it in and go.
Important if you're the Raptors. I like this. Scotty Barnes right up on Shaedon Sharp on the inbound, pressuring the ball.
They now add 3.7 seconds. And on the inbound, Shed nearly took it away from Klingon. He's going to have to turn fire from the perimeter and miss the 3-ball. Poeltl pushes it ahead to Shed. Too far, though. Off Shed, off Klingon, out of bounds. The Raptors, the benefactors, will keep the ball.
Yeah, good job by Shed that time to run down the loose ball. He doesn't run it down. It's a turnover.
Barnes, step back, free throw line jumper, grazed the front of the rim. Poeltl trying to get a hand on it, couldn't because he was held by Avdia, and they're going to call the foul. Avdia hates the call, but there was no doubt about that when he had a full armbar grab on Jakob Poeltl.
I don't know what he could be complaining about with respect to him. If he's got an issue with what happened before, that's different, but
Sheree Mitchell, JT or Ben Taylor, the officials tonight, as Jakob Poeltl goes to the line and misses the first free throw. Poeltl 5 of 6 from the floor, including his first and only 3-ball of the season. He's got 11 points in the ball game, 3 rebounds, but again, empty on the first free throw. Trying to get the second one here. And that one, no good. 0 of 2 at the stripe for the big man. Raptor lead stays at 8 with 1:35 to play. Sharp trying to turn into the paint, cut off by Barnes. Fires back out onto the perimeter. Portland works it around. Avdia gives it up. 3-ball no good for Kamara. Back up top to Avdia, and the second chance opportunity pays dividends for the Blazers on a 3-ball to cut the Raptor lead to 5.
They're almost at their game average for offensive rebounds.
Ochai near corner, 3-ball no good, didn't follow his shot, and the rebound tracked down by the Blazers. With just over a minute to go, Portland trying to get even closer here before half. Cross court, left to right. Kamara left open, and he rips another one. It's down to 2. Back-to-back triples for Portland. It's 49-47, Raptors leading. Shed across center. To Poeltl at the free throw line. Was looking for Barnes, but it was telegraphed, taken away by the Blazers. Down the floor comes Sharp, leading with the arms extended. The foul is called. It goes against Jamal Shed, and the Blazers are going to have a chance to tie this game.
Right idea by Jakob Poeltl, a cutting Scotty Barnes, but bad execution in the pass. Got to bounce that thing. Move the hands. Pass twice, fake down, move the hands down and throw it past an ear, over a shoulder.
First free throw up and good. It's a 1-point game. Raptors had a 15-point lead at 38-23. They've been outscored 25-11 since. 26-11 since. We are now tied at 49 with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Blazers in the midst of a 15-5 run, but I gave you the bigger run of 26-11 moments ago. Barnes, far side. Drove in, kick back, up top, straightaway. 3-ball is good for Jamal Shed.
Shed's,
huge.
Yeah, he's stepping into his threes nicely. just shooting them with so much more confidence and conviction from the beginning of the year. If this guy hasn't established himself as a rotation guy, the backup, or maybe he can even play with quickly at times, I don't know what has to happen.
Raptors leading by 3. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock down to 1. Avdia hits a 3-ball off 1 foot near sideline. Look what I found. Raptors, good if it goes. Scotty Barnes, far side, off glass, off rim. No good. And we head into the half tied at 52.
Pretty good half. Toronto couldn't hold the lead, and what do you know, the shooting percentages, as Toronto's has come down, Portland's has ascended, and they're virtually the same at the half.
We head into the break locked at 52. Jonesy and I will return for second half action, but when we come back, Al McMahon has the halftime show. Again, Blazers and Raptors deadlocked at 52 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
I need a pre-spring pick-me-up.
Ooh, like what?
Well, Alta Infinity has a March spring offer like the new 2025 QX60 Pure. I can lease it for 36 months for $310 semi-monthly. Or the all-new 2025 QX80 Sensory at $665 semi-monthly. I have to visit Alta Infinity for details, but this puts a spring in my step.
You had me a new Infinity.
Alta Infinity. Excellence in motion. 5585 Highway 7 West, east of the 427.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
You're an entrepreneur. Growth is essential for your business. At BDC, we get that. And we're here to help you stay 2 steps ahead. With our flexible financing and advisory services, we help you adapt, growing your business in the face of today's challenges and tomorrow's opportunities. Stepping up for entrepreneurs. We're on it. BDC, financing, advising, know-how.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hello, my name is Amit Mann. The halftime show is brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game in the 2025 CRV Sport. At the half, it's 52-52. The Raptors, at one point in this first half, they had a lead of 16 points, but that was evaporated at different points because the Blazers, they are a trigger-happy team from 3, and, towards the end of that second quarter, they started to fall for them. But, on the Raptors side of things, Scotty Barnes and Jakob Poeltl were terrific in that first half, at least offensively. Looking at Jakob Poeltl, he hit his first 3 of the season today. He doesn't shoot very many, and he hit his 3rd of his entire career. Very cool stuff from Yak. Didn't really expect him to shoot that, but, congrats to him on that corner 3. He's got 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting. 1 3, of course, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Scotty Barnes was pushing the pace from the get-go. I liked his force tonight. He has 12 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, so he was very aggressive in that first half. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Along with them, Jamal Shetty tweaked his ankle, and it didn't look good. I hate sprained ankles, tweaked ankles, whatever. It's not pretty, but he did come back in the game. He has 7 points on 2 of 3 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 free throw, 4 assists. And then Orlando Robinson, the Raptors, kind of played around a little bit with some dual big stuff, maybe because of necessity, who knows. But he has 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 0 of 2 from the three-point line, and 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And from the free throw line, or from the overall for the Raptors, they're shooting 40% on the first half. And then after that, 5 of 18 from the three-point line, 28 rebounds and 14 assists for the Toronto Raptors in that first half. On the other side of things, for the Portland Trail Blazers, Anthony Simons, a very talented player, just a sharp shooter. He has 10 points on 3 of 6 shooting. Shaedon Sharpe, the Canadian, has 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting as well. Denny Advadia, the Raptors did a great job of just kind of forcing a lot of attention towards him, making shots tough for him, and also just getting the ball out of his hands. But he did get going in that second quarter. He has 12 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 of 5 from 3. And then Toumani Camara, just kind of an energy player for the Portland Trail Blazers. He does a terrific job of running the floor and just getting out in transition, being pesky as a point of attack defender, as a one-on-one defender. He was very good for them. He has 9 points, 3 of 7 overall, and 3 rebounds and 1 assist. The Raptors did have 7 steals in that first half, so they did a great job of being in the passing lanes. And players like Garrett Temple, don't tell me that man's age, because the way he was moving tonight, it looked very good. Garrett was terrific in that first half. The Raptors, they forced 11 turnovers, and they scored 14 points off of those. They had 28 points in the paint, 14 fast break points, and lead in bench points 15-9. All right, so that's your first half recap, I guess, and from a numbers perspective, but we will get to the action and why the Raptors ended up giving up their lead, and also looking ahead to the second half. I want to see more Colin Castleton. I want to see more Jamal Shedd. I want to see Jameson Battle. We'll go through some of those guys when we get back. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Craving something fresh, fast, and full of flavor? At Barburrito, you can create millions of delicious combinations to match your mood. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, quesadilla, or taco, bursting with bold flavors and fresh ingredients. Whether you love it spicy, packed with veggies, or loaded with all the classics, there's a flavor for everyone. Barburrito is proudly Canadian, serving communities coast to coast, right in your neighborhood. Order today in store or on the Barburrito Canada app.
Barburrito. Food for every mood.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or mustard and banana.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Mustard and banana.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
Rogers Xfinity Internet is ready for everything, so you can search and stream and shop and study and share and play and post and work and watch and game and work out and download and... Wow, that's a lot. And now you can save a lot, too, at the Rogers Spring Event. Visit in-store or Rogers.com and save on Canada's most reliable internet. Get Rogers Xfinity Internet and be ready to do more everything.
At Newboro, we develop unique plans so people can unlock the equity in their home. Unique like this one. It's called the Wands Plan. Mark and Maria were searching for a way to invest in their future and increase their cash flow. We created a plan with a strong foundation, erased debt, and even helped Maria finish some additional schooling. We think that's pretty smart. Reach out today. We'll work side by side to unlock the equity in your home.
Use your home to get a loan with Newboro.
License 13115.
Dibs, one of the most powerful words in vacation planning. Next to Sunwing's save more, do more, that is. Why, you ask? Well, while you're asking, I'm booking. First dibs means I just snagged that suite so fancy it makes my Instagram filters feel unnecessary. And since I booked before March 30th, let's just say my savings account and vacation plans are equally gorgeous. That's the thing about First Dibs. Book before March 30th with your local travel advisor or at...
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to the halftime show. My name is Amit Mann. Blazers, Raptors tied at 52 after 24 minutes. The Raptors did some great things in that first half, and I'm going to start with Jakob Poeltl because if you missed it beforehand, he hit a three-pointer. Jakob Poeltl does not shoot three-pointers. That was his third in his career, the first of the season. And I like seeing the confidence from him. And I like seeing the confidence in Garrett Temple as well, because he was one of the players, who's taking advantage of this time of the season where, some guys are getting more playing time than they probably are warranted to get. But Garrett, he's working. He's keeping guys in front. The Raptors as a team, and it was Garrett leading by example as well, they're doing a great job of keeping guys in front. With the Blazers, they do shoot a lot of threes. Like in that second quarter, they took 22 shots. 16 of them were from three. They shoot 7 to 16 from three, 11 of 22 in that quarter. This team does live and die by their three-point shot, along with many, but they're not looking to penetrate the paint very much. And that is to their detriment in a lot of cases because they just don't generate a lot of quality shots, but sometimes they go in, right? Some of those pull-up threes, those quick catch and shoots, sometimes they do go in. And in the, last 5-6 minutes of that second quarter, they did start to fall for them. So that's kind of their MO, and it's going for them as it goes. Sometimes there's going to be stretches where it goes well for them. Other times it's not going to go all that great for them. And we'll have to see how the Raptors counter that. Now, if you want to play this game of keeping teams, limited from the three-point line and just, contesting, and then from the points in the paint perspective, challenge them to get there, then we'll see what happens. But they're offering a lot of help on Anthony Simons and Denny Avdia, and they want to see those other guys make their shots. And for periods, they are doing that. The Raptors offensively, they have to get much better at just keeping their attention to detail offensively, because they get out of their offense really quickly, and they can't do that. They have to make sure that they're getting good looks offensively. They're right there for them. Outside of Donovan Clingan, the Blazers are very, very small. So go inside and attack. And I like Scotty Barnes, his fortitude, making sure that he's running the floor and getting the team up in transition and getting out and flying across the court. Like, that's what they got to be doing. I like seeing Jamal Shed and company making things tough on the defensive transition things of the Portland Trailblazers, and they got to keep on doing that. So let's see how things go in the second half. Eric and Paul got you from here. We'll talk to you after the game. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
I don't want to say I'm a big deal, but I am a superhero. I love helping people consolidate their debts, and that's what I did for the Smiths. I took their bills and zoom, wha-bam, zap, turn them into one low monthly payment. No, the sound's not necessary, but it's part of the fun.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Life's noisy enough. Everything demands your attention. So here's something rare. Silence. It's underappreciated. Kind of like windows from Magic. With windows made here in Ontario, you'll never have to worry about cross-border sourcing or unexpected costs. While others add to the noise, Magic cuts right through it. Find out more at magicwindow.ca.
At Desjardins, we speak business. We speak equipment modernization. We're fluent in data digitization and expansion into foreign markets. And we can talk all day about streamlining manufacturing processes. Because at Desjardins Business, we speak the same language you do. Business. So join the more than 400,000 Canadian entrepreneurs who already count on us and contact Desjardins today. We'd love to talk business.
Scott McGilvery here. I've done hundreds of home renovations over the years, and I'm particularly careful about what I put under the floors. On my projects, I use DMX One Step 2.0. This easy-to-install underlayment has an air gap design that allows moisture to evaporate, and it doesn't require wood subfloors, which can be a food source for mold growth. DMX One Step 2.0 can be used under most vinyl or laminate floors, so whatever you choose, you know your investment will be protected. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold. Find it at the Home Depot in Rona.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach, Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second half. Raptors and Blazers locked at 52. Brand new ball game after the Raptors squandered the 16-point lead and two separate 15-point leads. We begin the half with both teams shooting 40% from the floor. Jamal Shed over to Jamison Battle. Lobs the pass above the near elbow to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl lobs one into a lot of traffic to Scotty Barnes. Not a great look from Poeltl, and it's picked off down the floor comes Shaedon Sharpe. The Canadian out on the far sideline, step back triple over Poeltl, no good. Barnes high for the rebound, secures it, fires ahead to Shed. Toward the far sideline, cross-court pass left to right to Abaji for three. Ochai does it again.
He had become a really reliable three-point shooter, Eric. And, you know, the injury kind of threw him off. He had a couple looks here early in this game, didn't knock him down, but looked pretty good on that one.
55-52. Raptors leading by 3. And Abdia is fouled for the far sideline on the floor. It'll be sideline out of bounds for the Blazers. That's going to be Jamison Battle who picks that one up. That's his 4th foul. Tough break for Battle tonight. He got the start, but he's been playing in foul trouble most of the evening. Simons will inbound to the left of his bench over on the far side. Gets it into Klingon. Whips a pass into traffic, deflected by Shed, but the Raptors couldn't squeeze. But then they jump in the pass lane. Barnes takes it away, fires head to Battle. Another turnover for the Blazers, their 12th. Shed 3-ball near sideline, no good. Abdia with one arm, one hand, couldn't squeeze. It's off his fingertips, out of bounds. Raptor ball and a fresh 14.
Good decision that time by Battle, rushing the ball to the front court and did not give it to his big man, Poeltl, running down the middle of the court above the three-point arc.
Raptors inbound. Barnes had it, but bobbled it down the floor to Sharpe behind everybody, and a soft two-hand cram. I thought we were going to get a highlight reel.
So did I, until Scotty Barnes came hightailing it back.
Yep.
And give Scotty credit because he lost the ball on the baseline and was the last guy back.
A.J. Lawson drove, lost the handle. Raptors pick up the loose ball, though. Lawson has it back again, far corner on the wing now to Abaji. To Poeltl on the post. The Barnes turns, fires off 1 foot, misses. And Lawson ran by the ball, couldn't snag the rebound. Portland has it. Raptors leading by 1. Blazers could take the lead right here. Their only lead in the game was 2-0. They scored the first bucket and haven't never been on top since. Simons, far wing, looks up at the shot clock. It's down to 6. Backs out toward center. Comes around a Klingon screen. Now inside the arc toward the far corner. Goes cross court to Sharpe, to Abdia. He got it off just after the shot clock expired. That's a shot clock violation as the Raptors D stands tall.
Started on the far side. Really good defense. Poeltl jumping out, making the court smaller, really shrinking the floor on that side.
55-54, Raptors by 1. Shed to a cutting Abaji. In the near corner to Lawson. Lawson now driving into the paint. Stops at the free throw line. Tried to go back to Ochai on the near sideline, and it was picked off. Down the floor, the Blazers have it. Little hesitation, sidestep, 3-ball. Sharpe misses that one. Barnes with the rebound. Raptors again dodge that bullet, but again they turn it over for a second straight possession. 10 turnovers now for the Raptors. That's the 3rd on Scotty Barnes. And the Blazers will get it back, trailing by 1. 55-54. At center court, Shed stood up Shaedon Sharpe, but they're going to say a little too much shoulder and call the foul on Jamal Shed. That's going to be his 3rd. Second team foul. And with 9:21 to go in the third, the Blazers keep the ball. They will inbound from the side. This game is kind of grinded to a halt with a slower second quarter offensively and certainly slower here in the third quarter as well. 55-54, Raptors leading, and they forced the turnover. Barnes tried to lob it up for Ochai. His pass was deflected away midair as he was looking for the alley-oop. It'll stay with the Raptors, 17 on the shot clock. .904 to go in the frame. Shed inbounding to Pirtle. Pirtle bounces one down low to Lawson, who goes up and under with one hand, lays it in, and the Raptor lead is 3. Timeout, Blazers.
Nice job by Pirtle. Such an adept passer for a big guy, even in tight quarters. Raptors grabbed the lead before the timeout.
57-54 with 8:59 to go in the third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Hey, have you heard about Qubit? What's Qubit? Qubit is a great solution if you're moving, storing, or renovating. We used Qubit for our renovation. A container was delivered to our driveway so that we could store our furniture. We redid our floors and painted the house. It's so convenient. We loved it. And so did our contractors.
Qubit makes moving, storing, and renovating easy. For a limited time, save 50% on first 4 weeks. Visit Qubit.ca. That's Qubit.ca.
Got PC Optimum points? Claire does, and shops the bonus redemption event at Shoppers Drug Mart to get more free stuff for her points.
If I redeem 350,000 points, I'll get $500 off. That's an extra $150 in value.
Awesome, Claire. The bonus redemption event runs March 14th to 19th, in-store and online. Exclusive to Shoppers Drug Mart. Proudly Canadian-owned and operated. Restrictions apply.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 57-54, Raptors leading the Blazers with 8:59 to go in the third quarter. A lot of Raptor fans in Portland making their way across the border for this game, coming down from, well, a bunch of different places, but predominantly, mainly BC. A 3-point lead for the Raptors 3 minutes in to this third quarter. And as we stay on the threes wild theme, 3 straight wins for the Raptors. Looking for a fourth tonight as they await their third game on their road trip tomorrow night on the back-to-back in Portland. Out of the timeout, the Blazers get a triple from the far sideline. Scoot Henderson got it to go. We're tied at 57. Barnes to Shed on the near side. Shed comes around a screen, goes up top straight away to Scotty Barnes. Now inside the arc far side on the baseline, sends a pass to Ochai, floated up, missed it, and a tip back in by Jakob Poeltl off glass. Quick hands from Yak. Raptors lead by 2. Denny Avdia across center toward the near side with a left-hand dribble around a screen set by Klingon. He's got Barnes on his hip, goes cross court, driving toward the tin. Missing on the shot was Kamara. And down the floor come the Raptors. Lawson to the baseline, turns, fires a pass to Ochai, who missed a soft floater right at the tin. It rolled off the rim, and the Blazers have the ball. Down the floor comes Henderson, weaving through the paint. Back out on the perimeter to Murray. Lefty release, no good on a 3. And the Raptors come away with the rebound. Shed, far sideline, 3 ball. Ochai rips the cords from the west side, and the Raptors go up 5.
Took him a little while, but he's got his sea legs back. And the 2 threes this half have been really, really well done. Really shot with confidence. Good shot prep.
Henderson running floater in the lane, no good. Raptors come away with the rebound, and they push ahead to Lawson down Main Street on the baseline to Scotty Barnes, who leans in, arms extended. He's fouled by Anthony Simons, and the whistle blows against Simons.
Great energy. This group on the floor. Lawson, Shed, Abaji, Barnes, all playing with great energy. Pirtle, the big man. I think about it all the time, the way Darko's established. You know, when you're rebuilding, and they came out and said it at the beginning of the year, the first thing you want to do is establish the foundation, pour the concrete. And that concrete is, we are going to come out and work hard every night, regardless of what happens. And a lot of times, you'll beat teams just by outworking them. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Scotty Barnes at the free throw line takes care of business, pushing his total to 14. He's the leading scorer in the ball game. Raptors on a 7-0 run, leading 64-57. Avdia gets into the paint, stops on the 9, fires out on the perimeter to Simons, to Henderson, cross court, right to left to Kamara, into the paint, elevates, missed the shot, but I believe he released after the shot clock, so no foul, no bucket, no possession. It's wiped out on another Portland turnover. As the Raptors stand tall, they get the ball with this 7-point lead. Portland with 15 turnovers tonight, and the Raptors have scored 16 points off those miscues. We'll see if they can get a couple more right here. Shed to Ochai, over to Pirtle on the wing near side, back up top to Shed. Puts it on the floor at the free throw line, gives it to Yak, hands back to Shed, back to Yak, floats it up, missed the shot. Man, 4 passes between 2 guys in about 3 seconds, and unfortunately Yak couldn't come up with the deuce. Avdia, far wing, Castleton in front of him, goes cross court over to Simons, 3-ball contested by Ochai. Great box out down low by Pirtle as the rebound goes into the hands of Shed. Ahead to Lawson, over on the near side to Ochai, 3-ball. He's hit by Simons. He falls hard to the floor on the near sideline, and Ochai Abaji is going to go to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Again, coming off the screen, ready to shoot. Good delivery of the pass by Lawson. I like what I'm seeing there.
So Ochai back in the starting lineup tonight, 4 of 10, including a couple of triples. This is his first appearance at the line, and he knocks down the first one. He's got 11. 11 points, a couple of assists, and a rebound. In 17 minutes of action, the Raptors have jumped their lead up to 8 at 65-57. 6:18 to go third quarter. Ochai, second free throw is clean. Give Abaji 12 points, and we await his third and final free throw. You know, you are right, Jones. He is a guy that we forgot to mention. We were spending so much time, understandably so, talking about Roden and Lawson and Battle that we failed to talk much about Ochai Abaji, who had become very much a mainstay in the rotation for this team and would certainly seem to be a key piece going forward.
Yeah, no, I agree, Eric. And, you know, kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Raptors on a 10-0 run. Avdia does airball to 3, and the Raptors snag the rebound. Shed, pull-up triple straight away, bust it. North side 3. It's a 13-0 run.
Shed was going to hit that ahead. He wasn't sure, and to solidify his decision, Pirtle put his hands out like, no, don't. And but Pirtle continued to run the floor, forcing the defense to collapse and get back, protecting the paint, allowing Shed to get the wide open 3.
Avdia was fouled in the lane, so free throws coming for Denny Avdia and a chance to bust up the Raptors' 13-0 run.
Jamal Shed is making a case for a starting position. I don't think he's going to get one, but you could have flexibility in your lineup. When you look at his progression, I mean, look at tonight. 10 points. I don't really like the stat, but he's a plus 21 tonight. The Raptors are winning by 21 when he's on the floor. Again, I don't put a lot in that stat, but 10 points, 6 assists, a couple of rebounds, great floor game, good shooting percentages, no turnovers. You could start him and have, quickly play off the ball depending on the lineup.
Oh, how about the floater in the lane for Jakob Poeltl from below the far elbow? That one good to go on about a 12-footer. Pushes the lead back to 13 after Avdia had hit free throws on the other end. 72-59. We got a reach-in foul on A.J. Lawson on Scoot Henderson. That should be on the floor with 5:15 to go in the third quarter. It's the 4th team foul, so no free throws yet for the Blazers, as they will inbound from the side with a fresh 14. Henderson, left-hand dribble into the paint, fires back out on the far wing. The 3-ball up, no good for Kamara, who tracks down his own rebound and floats it up and in over the outstretched arm of Jakob Poeltl.
Again, 13 offensive rebounds for 13 points for Portland.
Raptors with 11 leading to 8 points. A.J. Lawson down Main Street, lays it in off a beautiful find. A.J. Lawson cut right down the middle, and the pass came right on the money from Poeltl, but Portland answers right back on the other end.
Well, the Raptors do a nice job always in the splits off Poeltl. He's a good passer. Lawson scored, went to the ground, and we could see him on our monitor running back and pointing like, that's my man that's open under the basket. Somebody get him, and I'll pick up whoever. Somebody get him. And nobody reacted. And by the time he got back there, it was too late. The guy was laying it in. There's got to be better team awareness on a play like that.
Kamara, the man that got the bucket. That's 5 straight for him. But the Blazers trail by 11. Toronto leading 74-63 with 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Raptors in the midst of a 17-4 run on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
It's official. Worst season ever.
What? This is my favorite time of the year.
Winter? Really?
No, cruise wave season.
Huh?
Just listen. The experts at Sell Off Vacations can help you plan the perfect cruise. And right now, they're offering big savings and bonus offers like cabin upgrades and BOGO deals.
I'm warming up to cruise wave season.
Ask your local travel expert or visit
selloffvacations.com.
Supporting Canadian businesses has never been more important. That's why Canada Post is committed to making it easier to ship Canadian with our best rates ever. Right now, your business will save up to 70% on expedited shipping and returns. Plus, as a Toronto-based business, you can access rates as low as $3.50 for lightweight local packages. It's time to shop Canadian, ship Canadian. Learn more about our best rates at canadapost.ca/shipcanadian.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Third quarter action. Raptors leading the Blazers 74-63. 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Thanks for tuning in on a Sunday night to the Sportsnet Radio Network. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you on the front night of the back-to-back with the Raptors in Phoenix tomorrow to face the Suns, but Toronto staring down the barrel of a 4th straight victory as they currently lead by 11. And checking the out-of-town scores, Brooklyn is down by 7 to the Hawks with 6:25 to go in the third quarter. So the Raptors would have a chance to make up even more ground on Brooklyn. Philadelphia did win earlier today defeating Dallas 130-125. The Chicago Bulls, who the Raptors are behind for that 10 spot, do not play today. So with a win, the Raptors would move within 3.5 games of the 10 seed. Out of the timeout, the Raptors missed a 3-ball from Jamison Battle, but Portland came up empty on the other end, and the Raptors get the ball back. That was sharp from 4 feet. That was no good. A.J. Lawson layup, no good. Cleaned up by Robinson, but couldn't squeeze, and the loose ball goes into the hands of the Blazers. Across center comes Murray. Murray trying to high step through traffic to the tin, and they're going to call a charge on Murray, and we're going the other way.
Nice job.
Garrett Temple, Old Man River, standing in to take that charge.
Yeah, really nice job by Garrett, moving his feet and then retreating. Yes, he was moving, but he was retreating, going backwards. And listen, when a guy hits you in the chest, easy call.
74-63. Robinson from the free throw line over to the far corner. Gave it up to Lawson, to Battle, back to Robinson. Near the left block, turns, fires, and a right-hand hook is good from about 10 feet.
Orlando Robinson pretty steady on the inside. 4 of 9 tonight. I actually make that 4 of 7 if you take away those 2 low-quality, low-percentage threes.
Jump shot, free throw line, no good. Scoot Henderson. Raptors snag the rebound. Leading by 13, they'll bring it across center. Here's Jamison Battle. Dips around a Robinson screen. On the near side, hands off on the perimeter to Lawson, to Robinson. Bounce pass to a cutting Lawson. Nice handoff down low to Castleton, who dunks it down. How about that ball movement?
Raptors doing a really nice job there. Castleton on the finishing end.
78-63. Lawson trying to fight through screens is going to be called for a foul as he ran into Reith. And that's going to be free throws coming for the Blazers. You can hear in the background Darko Rajakovic saying, AJ, good job, keep moving. As Reith goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first one. Hard to 78-64.
Hard to guard a guy like Lawson.
Yep.
Who is always moving, catches, ready to elevate at any point. I mean, if you're a step behind him with his quickness and speed, sometimes you just can't catch up to him. And what that does is it creates gravity on the floor where people are aware of him.
Matisse Thybulle checking into the ball game now for the Blazers. Got a pretty solid ovation from the crowd as Portland cuts the Raptor lead to 13 after the free throws from Reith. 78-65, 2:35 to go. One-hand floater in the lane for Garrett Temple, no good. It rolled off the rim. Temple has played 16 minutes tonight. He's 0 for 4, scoreless. Has played well defensively, though. Scotty Barnes gets set to check back into the ball game. He rips off that warm-up shirt, and he comes in now for Jamison Battle. Lawson, Castleton, Temple, Robinson, and Barnes. Sharp, Henderson, Murray, Reith, and Thybulle for the Blazers. Barnes immediately, instant dividends, catches the pass, lays it in, and one. Three-point opportunity coming for Scotty Barnes.
Chauncey Billups will be killing the Blazers on the video tomorrow. Absolutely massacring them. This was a grade 7 inbound play. The Raptors put 4 guys out, kind of three-point line extended, except for one, well, 3, set an up screen, and Scotty got right to the basket.
Barnes missed the free throw, got his own rebound, kicked it out to Temple, who missed on a triple, and the Blazers bring it across center. Down 15 again. Portland looking to make a dent before the end of the frame. 2:15 to go in the third. Reith with the up fake, driving into the paint, runs into Temple, lays it in. They say play on, just count it as a deuce. Temple calls out the play. He'll bring it across center for the Raptors. Over toward the near side, it's Lawson now handing it off on the wing to Robinson. Robinson holding the ball, pestered by Reith, looking to give it up, and finally does to Scotty. Barnes now drives down Main Street, got a step on Thybulle, throws it up wildly, missed the shot, cleaned up by Castleton. He's fouled. and Castleton will go to the stripe.
Smart play by Scotty.
Just get it up.
Shot clock running down. Get into the lane. If you have any kind of penetration beating your men, it draws defenders. Your gravity pulls them toward you. Now your big guy is turned loose on the glass to go get it.
80-67, 81-67 as Castleton knocks down the first free throw. He wears the 11 for the Raptors. Makes good on the second. That again pushes the lead to 15. 1:50 to go in the quarter. Scoot Henderson toward the near side, brings it up cross center. Sharp now has it near side, driving through traffic. Layup is good. Athletic move there from Shaden Sharp.
Very nice move. Got just a half a body width on Scotty Barnes.
Lawson, lazy cross-court pass nearly taken away by Sharp. As he jumped in that pass lane, knocked it away from Garrett Temple, but it went out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raptors, 16 on the clock. Toronto leading 82-69. Lawson driving near side. Tried to finger roll it up and curl it into the tin. It rolled off the rim. Pretty athletic move there from Lawson, even though he didn't get the deuce. Reith on the wing near side. 3-ball open is good for the big man. And that cuts the Raptor lead to 10. Blazers trying to make another run. 1:07 to go in the quarter. Castleton left his feet and committed a poor turnover on a wild behind the back pass. Murray 3-ball no good for Portland. Castleton couldn't get to the rebound. Henderson out to Sharp. 3-ball is good, and the Blazers on a run now have cut it to 7. It's an 8-0 run.
Starting and ending quarters. Raptors not ending this one well. And a chance here to get something in the half court.
Scotty brings it across center for the Raptors. 82-75, 40 seconds to go. Thybulle's in front of them. Barnes drives, lost the handle. It deflects off the basket stanchion, picked up by the Blazers, and across center they come. They're looking to extend their run. Henderson has it, 27 seconds to go in the quarter. Brings it back towards center, milking the clock down. Garrett Temple's in front of him. Shot clock down to 7. Henderson stops on a dime, turns just below the far elbow, and knocks down a line drive jump shot from 12 feet. It's now a 10-0 run. It's down to 5. Barnes driving late in the quarter, lost the handle again. Turns it over. The Blazers at center court are going to be called for a travel.
Yep, good call by Ben Taylor. Really, those are the ones that they, and you can hear the crowd booing, but those are the calls that you need to make. If not, they maintain the 3-on-2 advantage. Chauncey Billups really upset.
82-77, Raptors holding on to a 5-point lead. Last shot time to close the quarter. The shot from Lawson no good. Robinson couldn't get to it, and that will end it as Toronto closes the frame on the wrong end of a 10-0 Portland run to see their lead cut from 15 down to 5.
Chauncey Billups immediately coming over to the officials, but I thought it was a catch and a quick boom, boom. Quick shuffle of both feet.
82-77, Raptors leading the Blazers with the fourth quarter coming up next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Craving something fresh, fast, and full of flavor? At Barburrito, you can create millions of delicious combinations to match your mood. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, quesadilla, or taco, bursting with bold flavors and fresh ingredients. Whether you love it spicy, packed with veggies, or loaded with all the classics, there's a flavor for everyone. Barburrito is proudly Canadian, serving communities coast to coast, right in your neighborhood. Order today in store or on the Barburrito Canada app.
Barburrito.
Food for every mood.
At Honda, we take pride in building the CR-V Sport here in Allison, Ontario. And with all-wheel drive, plus a suite of Honda sensing technologies, we made sure it can handle Ontario winters. But you're probably wondering, what's with the one-touch power moonroof? Well, Ontario, we hold on to the hope that one day winter will be over. Get ready for spring and adventure with the Honda CR-V Sport. Lease with rates from 1.99% for 36 months, plus get a $1,500 Honda bonus. OAC conditions apply. Made with domestic and imported parts. See HondaOntario.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Fourth quarter, 82-77. Raptors leading by 5. Portland in the midst of a 10-0 run to close the quarter as they have made it a game with this fourth quarter getting set to start. Scotty Barnes with 16 points to lead the way for the Raptors. 17 for Canadian Shaedon Sharpe of the Blazers, leading scorer in the ballgame. Henderson hands off to Sharpe on the perimeter, turns the corner toward the near elbow, getting into the paint, but we're going to have an illegal screen on the Blazers. Wipe out the possession and give the ball to Toronto. Chauncey Billups doesn't like that one either. Raptors inbound the ball. They bring it across center with Jamal Shead, who hands it off near side to Temple. Up top to Robinson. Over to Scotty Barnes. Barnes driving toward the near side. Cut off by Murray, then starts to go the other way. And we got a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Murray. It's going to be his third, first team. 82-77, Raptors lead by 5. Toronto gets the fresh 14. They'll inbound from the far side, just to the right of their own bench. Shed will toss it in, gets it to Robinson. Orlando Robinson now picked up by Murray. Hands off to Scotty Barnes straight away. Matisse Thybulle in front of Barnes. Thybulle slaps at the ball. Barnes secures it still. Shot clock down to 3. Oh, they find Castleton wide open down low, and he dunks it down.
The size of Scotty Barnes in trouble and did the right thing. Turn and face the basket. The double team forced him to have his back to the basket. He turned, faced, and he could throw over the top of his size.
3 ball on the other end for Portland. No good. That was Henderson. Battling for the rebound on the baseline was Reith, but I believe it touched Castleton. So it's going to be Portland ball and a fresh 14. 84-77. Raptors leading by 7. Castleton again tonight, Jonesy. Impressive. 8 points, 8 boards in 19 minutes of action.
Yeah, doing a nice job, too. 3 of 6 from the floor. Not really stepping outside of himself.
3 ball straight away. Sharp. It rattled halfway down, popped out. But again, the Raptors unfortunately couldn't get to it and squeeze. Robinson was there but couldn't secure it. So Portland gets it back. Another second chance opportunity with a fresh 14.
Young players, just remember, like what Scotty Barnes did on the last play. If there's ever an issue, turn and face the basket.
Thybulle to Murray, near corner. 3 ball, no good. Thybulle trying to secure the rebound, battling 2 Raptor players, and they're going to say it's off Thybulle, out of bounds. Give the ball to the Raptors. The fans in Portland don't like it, but if you're a Raptor fan, you say take it and run. Looked like Chauncey Billups was considering a challenge, but opted to not hit the green light special. Shed will bring it across center for the Raptors toward the near side. Calls out the play. Waiting for the screen. Robinson sets it. He bounces it to Robinson, who fires in the near corner to Castleton. Puts it on the floor below the near elbow. Passes to Shed. Back to Castleton. A little hesitation, but they call him for the walk. He shuffled the feet.
Yep, that's a good call. A good call. I was the guy up on the soapbox. And in the last 2.5 minutes or so, we've seen traveling calls made both correctly to take away advantages and scores. I'm good with that.
So Castleton now checks out. Pirtle comes in. Yak tonight, 20 minutes of action. 7 of 9 for 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Raptors leading 84-77. Henderson bringing it across center for the Blazers. Gives it up to Shaden Sharp. Sharp has it, trying to shake free from Shed. Now on a switch, he's guarded by Robinson. Shaden Sharp looks up at the shot clock. Now he's going to turn fire into a 3-ball and missed badly. It sails into the baseline, and it's Raptor ball. Sharp tonight just 1 of 7 from distance.
And there's a question to be asked there.
Well, considering he's 7 of 14, it says he's hitting just about everything else that isn't a 3.
Right.
Pirtle to Robinson, big to big, stuffed by Reith. Loose ball on the floor, bodies all over, trying to secure it, and we're going to have a jump ball. Murray was in there, Reith was there, Pirtle was there, Robinson was there, hands everywhere, wrestling after it, and we'll have a jump ball at the free throw line. It'll be Pirtle jumping it against Murray. Anthony Simon's now going to check into the ball game. He'll come in for Shaden Sharp. Sharp has played a team-high 28 minutes. In fact, that's a game high right now. Denny Abdia is going to come back in as well. Nope, they're not going to let him. He wasn't at the table ready to go, so he's going to have to wait until the next whistle. Pirtle against Murray. The ball is tipped into the backcourt. It's picked up by Scoot Henderson, and they can't save it on the baseline. It'll be Raptor ball.
When airborne, you could almost hear JT Orr, referee, on our courtside microphone. Henderson went up, tried to stay in the air. And you could hear JT Orr saying, nope, landed. Came down with the ball out of bounds.
84-77, here come the Raptors. Shed to bring it across center. Dipping around the screen. On the near side, handing off to Robinson. To Temple. Temple, near elbow, elevates, jumper up, rattles around, no good. Cleaned up by Robinson. He missed the putback. The tip from Pirtle, no good. And 2 right at the doorstep, no good for Toronto. Raptors, though, snag the steal and force another turnover. Here comes Barnes. Bounce pass to a cutting Temple. Up and under with a left-hand scoop. It's good. Athletic move on the finish from Garrett Temple.
Yeah, really nice move. It would have been blocked on the near side. Went to the other side. Scotty with a great delivery on the look-away pass.
First bucket of the game for Temple. Simons looking to answer back on a 3, and he does from the near side. That chops the Raptor lead from 9-6. Still a ton of time to go, 8:50 to play. Pirtle, left block, far side. Backing down on Abdia, who slaps at the ball, and they're going to call him for a foul as he came across the forearm of Pirtle. 86-80 is the score. That last steal, Jonesy, a career high 6th steal for Scotty Barnes.
Filling up the stat sheet. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and unfortunately 5 turnovers.
86-80, Raptors leading by 6. They get it into Pirtle. Over to Barnes on the far side, and away from the ball, Robinson called for a hold. It's going to be an offensive foul and a turnover for the Raptors. We're going the other way. 16 turnovers for Toronto tonight.
Scotty Barnes faded around the screen. In other words, the defense thought he was going to go one way, and he stepped back, and I guess Robinson caught moving.
Across center come the Blazers. Scoot Henderson. Quiet tonight, just 2 of 11. Henderson trying to drive down into the paint, stopped on a dime, passes back out to Reith, who dribbles out to the perimeter, turns, takes a wild 3-ball, left it short, but the Blazers get the rebound up top to Simons, who buries it, and the Blazers have cut it to 3. They're not going away.
No, they don't, do they? And you wouldn't expect them to, knowing Chauncey Billups, who stops Duop Reith on the way in about the 3-point line. I think they're probably going to have a little chat about his decision-making.
That's probably a good way of putting it, Jonesy. But Simons did indeed hit the triple. He's 4 of 8 from distance tonight. He's got 16 points, and he has cut the Raptor lead to 3. 86-83 with 8:19 to go in the ball game. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Craving something fresh, fast, and full of flavor? At Barburrito, you can create millions of delicious combinations to match your mood. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, quesadilla, or taco, bursting with bold flavors and fresh ingredients. Whether you love it spicy, packed with veggies, or loaded with all the classics, there's a flavor for everyone. Barburrito is proudly Canadian, serving communities coast to coast, right in your neighborhood. Order today in store or on the Barburrito Canada app.
Barburrito. Food for every mood.
Direct! Hi, this is at Greg Carrasco from Direct Nissan, and are you tired of those overpriced vehicles? Well, I have a car here that will make you look infinitely cooler than you actually are. It's a 2025 Nissan Kicks, not Nissan Kicks Play, a Nissan Kicks with $29.95 down for only, listen to this, $8 a day. That's right, $8 a day. There is something happening here at directnissan.ca. Direct!
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 86-83. Raptors leading the Blazers. 8:19 to go in the ball game. Scotty Barnes has 16 for Toronto. Pirtle with 15 on the other side for the Blazers. Team high, game high 17 for Sharp. Both teams shooting 40% from the floor. It's been pretty much a dead heat, even though, Jonesy, the Raptors have only trailed once in this game.
Yeah, but
2-0.
You said it best, Eric. Portland just won't go away. They are plucky. You know, they got some young people in key places.
Garrett Temple across center for the Raptors. Got his first bucket of the game moments ago. Lobs a pass left to right on the perimeter to Lawson. Now driving toward the baseline. Bounce pass in traffic to Castleton. Floats it up, missed it. Gets his own miss back. Tried to put it in the tin, couldn't. Pirtle picks it up. He turns and floats one in. And the Raptors lead by 5.
A couple of offensive rebounds there. The Raptors just using their size. Again, Portland has Reith out there, but he's the only real kind of big.
And the Raptor big, Pirtle, just took the pass away from Reith, and he's storming down the floor. My goodness! Jakob Pirtle, a one-man wrecking crew. He goes coast to coast, showing off the handle, and Pirtle gives the Raptors a 7-point lead. He opened up a can of whoop right there, Jonesy.
Well, basic basketball. Great job, first of all, on the defensive end with the spacing on the deny to make the steal. And then he starts to advance the ball slowly, basically saying, let me see how far I can get with this until somebody stops me. And nobody stopped him. He got all the way to the cup.
90-83, Raptors lead with 7:37 to go. We'll take the break again on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew. Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Fisker license 12616.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 7:37 to go. And Jakob Poeltl looked like a 7:37 or a 7:47 moments ago, streaking down the runway and taking flight in Portland with a big-time cram to give the Raptors a 7-point lead as we approach the midway point of the final frame. Poeltl tonight with 19 points to lead all scorers. Portland with the ball out of the timeout. Anthony Simons will bring it up across center. Real close to a violation there as he just got across center. Simons has the ball in his hands right now. Dribbles behind his back, frees himself straight away for a three, missed it. Poeltl with the rebound, secures it, his 8th, pushes ahead to Abaji. Ochai toward the near sideline. Now gives it up to Lawson at center. A.J. Lawson on the far side, driving, put his head down, and he's cut off, lost the handle. Loose ball picked up by the Blazers. They forge ahead. Simons, Avdia, baseline, far side, stops on a dime, kicks it back out, 3 ball up and in, and yet again, the Blazers look to punch back. Kamara drops down the triple.
Kamara has a really, at least tonight, it has looked really good, his stroke.
90-86, Raptors by 4. Poeltl straight away, hands off to Lawson. Lawson at the free throw line, stops on a dime, goes back to Poeltl, turns, fires a one-hand floater, no good. Rebound to the Blazers. Henderson, crossover on Lawson at center. Now he shakes Poeltl into the paint, kisses it off glass, missed it. Rebound to Castleton, his 11th. And the big man brings it up to Battle. To a cutting Ochai, who looked to lay it in and got blocked. He should have dunked that thing. Raptors get the loose ball, though, and a second chance opportunity. Lawson, cross court, right to left, over to Battle. 3 ball, long looper, rattles in for Jamison Battle.
Nice job. Nice patience by A.J. Lawson, not selfishly hunting the shot and finding an open teammate.
Simons in the lane. Back out on the perimeter. Klingon. Back to Simons. Simons drives into the paint, lost the handle, loose ball picked up by Castleton. Whips a pass down the floor to Ochai, who got behind the defense, went up and under with a reverse left hand, and the Raptors stretch the lead to 9.
Good pass by Castleton. Throw it at the basket.
Down the floor, Simons draws in 4 defenders, kicks into the corner, and guess who again? You just talked about him, Jonesy. The left-hand stroke of Kamara knocks it down.
Yeah. Catch and shoot ready. And like I said, tonight, he has looked balanced and taken good looks when they have presented themselves.
We're going to keep it here, 95-89, 6-point lead for the Raptors with 5:22 to go in the ballgame. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Smith & Jones. You can hear fresh content every Thursday on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and on your favorite podcast platform. We had a great conversation last week with former Raptors assistant coach Tom Sterner. But, folks, I would absolutely suggest that you should go into the archives and listen to a ton of shows this year, as we have been joined by a number of former Raptors players and coaches with some fantastic long-form interviews and conversations over the course of the last few months. Dallas loses at home to Philadelphia 130-125. On the road, Orlando in Cleveland beats the Cavaliers 108-103. Orlando with the victory. Phoenix loses in LA. Lakers without LeBron taking care of the Suns 107-96. Brooklyn currently leading Atlanta 109-100. That with about 6:45 to go. At the half, the Clippers are on top of the Hornets 65-41. Also at the half, Minnesota leading Utah by 11 later on tonight around 9 o'clock Eastern. Oklahoma City in Milwaukee to face the Bucks. Out of the timeout, Lawson drives down Main Street, hands to Castleton. His shot blocked. Castleton tracks down that loose ball, though, as the possession stays alive. Lawson to Robinson, back to Lawson on the far side. Dropped it back to Robinson, who was held. And it'll be a foul against the Blazers, I believe on Kamara.
Yeah, it is on Kamara. He's trying to say that Robinson leaned on him, which is why he couldn't get away. But there was a little bit of obstruction there in terms of Robinson's freedom of movement.
So that'll be the second on Kamara. Raptors get a fresh 14. They inbound from the far side to the right of their bench. Lawson throws it in to Robinson. Robinson trying to spin away from Avdia. And now I think they're catching Robinson with that elbow up in the face of Avdia. Yep. Second foul on Robinson. And it wipes out that possession, gives Portland a chance to chop a little bit more as they trail by 6. Anthony Simons will bring it across center. Over to Avdia. Pretty much straight away with Battle under his chin. Now over on the far wing to Simons. Klingon sets a screen. Simons goes around it. Simons whips across court pass to Kamara. 3-ball up, no good, down low. Klingon picks it up in a lot of traffic. And again, he gets a little bit frustrated and kind of slaps at and shoves the forearm at Ochai as the foul is called against Toronto.
They didn't block him out. He was in a screen roll action and then went straight to the basket, took up residence under the hoop.
(95-89). Portland inbounding. Kamara straight away. Over to Simons. Klingon sets the screen. Simons driving far side, gets to the baseline, turns, fires. The jumper over Robinson, no good. Cleaned up by Klingon, who puts it back in the 10. Just his second bucket of the game, but a big one. Chops the Raptor lead to 4.
He didn't even jump. He wasn't pushed far enough from the basket. He just reached up and took it over the head of a Raptor player.
To Robinson. Robinson. Far elbow extended, bounces a pass to Jamison Battle, misses on a left-hand hook. Castleton couldn't squeeze on the rebound. Portland comes away with it. Shaden Sharp has it. Driving down Main Street. Kissing it off glass, missed it. Klingon cleans it up. Flicked it up at the rim, no good. He wanted a call, didn't get it. He's barking at JTO right now, the official. Didn't get the call, and here come the Raptors. Leading by 4 with 3:45 to go. Battle on the perimeter to Abaji. Slipped, passes to Castleton on the right block. And did he travel? Yep, he did.
Caught it with the right foot, pivot foot. Gave the shot fake. Nobody moved. And in repositioning himself, he dragged the pivot foot.
95-91, Raptors clinging to a 4-point lead. Both teams sitting at 40% from the Blazers with 22. Sharp, 3-ball, side of the rim, no good. Tracked down in the near corner by Avdia. Second chance opportunity. Avdia along the baseline. Goes far corner to Simons, wide open. 3-ball is good. The Raptor lead is down to 1.
Again, second chance opportunity. Didn't like the shot by Shaden Sharp, but he got bailed out with the offensive rebound.
Ochai at the free throw line. Now the far elbow goes up top to Lawson. Lawson into the near corner on the sideline to Castleton. Misses on a 3-ball. Rebound to the Blazers. A chance to snag the lead right here for Portland. They haven't led since 2-0. Sharp in the lane, goes far corner to Simons. To Kamara, driving to the 10. Left-hand scoop is good. Portland leads by 1 with 2:40 to play.
Thought Kamara got away with the travel, but the drive was excellent.
96-95 battle to Lawson. Over to Robinson. Robinson above the arc, now turning. Fires back out to Lawson straight away for 3. Whoa. Backboard saving lives on that one. Missing badly. Portland secures the rebound and a chance to build their lead right now. Their largest lead was 2. That was at 2-0. They're currently up 1. Looking to go up 3 or 4 right here. Avdia down Main Street with a monstrous cram, plus the foul, and a 3-point opportunity coming for Denny Avdia. That was big time.
It was. Raptors couldn't keep him out of the middle. And he went right through the contact, getting into the lane.
And Jonesy on 316 day, Stone Cold Steve Austin 316, they're playing the John Cena, You Can't See Me, as Avdia dunked it right in the grill of the Raptors and then was doing the You Can't See Me to the crowd, wiping his palm across his face, mugging for the crowd at the Moda Center as he gets set for his free throw. 98-95, three-point lead for the Blazers. Their largest of the game, looking to make it 4. Obvious free throw rattles in, and it is indeed a 4-point lead with 2:06 to play. Abaji across center toward the near side. Sharp's in front of him. Bounces a pass to Castleton, straight away above the arc. Portland on a 13-0 run. Abaji, far elbow, just above it, knocks down the jumper clean. Raptors trail by 2.
Nice job reading the screen and settling for a wide-open mid-range rather than forcing something.
Avdia up top. Simons, good look at a 3, rips it straight away. 102-97. Portland leads by 5. Timeout on the floor.
Same play they ran last time. The Raptors this time drop, shrink the floor, get in front of Avdia, and the pick and pop has Simons as the screener wide open.
Again, we're going to keep it here with the Blazers leading by 5. And Portland going on yet another large run. It is a 16-2 run.
Toronto let him back in it. A little bit of shoddy ball handling. We talked about the turnovers and how important they would be. Portland with 22 turnovers, giving the Raptors 26 points, and the Raptors kind of giving it back with 18 turnovers, giving up 20 points. 24-17. Portland in terms of second chance points, 18 offensive rebounds.
The Raptors have more offensive rebounds. They have 1 more, but as you just noted, Portland has scored more off their offensive rebounds. Down 5, the Raptors inbound it. And down the floor, driving to the 10. Ochai, tons of contact, no call. He still managed to scoop it up and get the bucket. I have no idea how the whistle wasn't blown on that one, but the Raptors cut it to 3. Abaji in his return to the lineup with a team-high 19 points. 102-99. Coach Darko sticking with this crew. Battle, Abaji, Lawson, Castleton, and Robinson. Simons has it for Portland. Straight away, 3-ball up, no good. Rebound to Lawson. Quickly ahead to Abaji. We tick towards the final minute. Abaji turning the corner on the near side. Gets to the baseline. Fires out cross court to Robinson. 56 seconds to play. Lawson has it now in the near corner. Abaji, 3-ball up, side of the rim, no good. Tracked down his rebound, but nope, taken away by Portland. Simons secures it.
Just didn't have quite the balance that he should have. Ochai was fading back a little bit, didn't get the same leg drive. Shot right on line, came up short.
102-99, Portland leading. 31 seconds to go, shot clock down to 4. And as Simons was looking to get it in the corner, it was deflected by Toronto out of bounds. The officials immediately said Toronto ball, but they pointed to the wrong direction. That clearly is Portland ball with 3.8 seconds on the shot clock, 28.7 seconds on the game clock, and Chauncey Billups wants to have a chat.
Well, if you're Toronto, you pressure hard on the inbound, deny, make them receive the ball going away from the basket, and then be aware of the screening action away, off, and away from the ball.
102-99 is the score. Anthony Simons with 22 points in the ball game. 6 of 12 from distance. He and Kamara have combined 11 of 22 from distance. Portland has squeezed off 53 balls tonight. They are 18 of 50, good for 36%. At this point, Jonesy, I've got to assume they're not going to go for a three, though. Probably try and get it into the paint for a higher percentage look and or get the Raptors to commit the foul and send them to the line. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a very plausible scenario. And if you're Toronto right now, though, I mean, this inbound pass is really, really key. What are you doing here?
Kamara will inbound from the near sideline. Orlando Robinson is there.
Yeah, Robinson guarding the ball, but position yourself so that no pass can go toward the basket.
Kamara on the perimeter to Simons. Simons turns the corner into the paint to the 10. High up blast. His scoop no good, but it's cleaned up by Klingon, who's fouled on his left-hand scoop, and he's going to go to the free throw line. So the Raptors got the stop but couldn't get the rebound, and they pick up the foul with 22.6 seconds to play.
Defensive possessions end with rebounds.
And Klingon got away with a forearm to the face of Ochai Agbaji.
Well, he came across because of the penetration. Castleton came over to help, turned him loose, but another big man, Robinson, somebody's got to get in there and root Klingon out, back him up.
So Klingon hits the first free throw, shoots only 61% on the season, but a big one right there, and it's his first of the game. The big man with 13 rebounds in the ball game to go along with 5 points. It stays at 5 as he misses the free throw. Rebound tapped out by the Raptors. They don't call the timeout. They bring it across center. Lawson to battle. Deep three ball. Far wing is good. Look out. It's a 1-point game. 103-102. Portland leads. 15.4 seconds to play. Avdia on the baseline. Trying to get it in. Finally does. He lobs a pass over the head of the Raptors to Sharp across center. Toronto's got to take the foul. Robinson trying to. The officials don't blow the whistle. Now they're pressing at center and finally battle over on the far sideline with 5.5 seconds remaining. Takes the foul.
Yeah, they tried to get 2 traps. One of them they got okay. The second one, they got a good trap, but there was nobody there in the passing lane for a potential steal.
So Avdia goes to the line. Jamison Battle, who just hit the big 3, picks up his 6th foul. He's out of the ball game. I believe Garrett Temple's coming in for Battle. Avdia needs at least 1. Would love to have both. First free throw up and clean. He's 6 of 7 at the stripe, make it 7 of 8.
Well, Darko still has a timeout, so it'll be a 1-possession game. You call the timeout, advance, and go from there.
104-102. Portland by 2. Avdia's second free throw clean. And it's a 3-point game, 105-102. And no shock, Darko does indeed take the timeout to advance the ball and draw up a final play. A 3 to tie it and send it to overtime, or the Raptors will see their 3-game winning streak come to an end. 105-102, Raptors trailing. The Blazers led the game 2-0 and then did not lead again until the 4th quarter. And think about how many near misses, Jonesy, and close games the Raptors have had over the course of the last couple of weeks. Against Chicago, a 2 against Orlando, at home against Washington with the Jamal Shed bucket that was wiped out. Like, we're talking about a Raptor team that has won 6 of 7. It could have easily been 7 or 8 in a row, if not more.
Very much so. And again, where are you at the end of the year? Do you want to chase the play-in, or are you continuing to focus on development and not worry as much about the results?
Well, some people would probably say the Raptors are developing right now, but they're developing so well that their developing players are playing good enough to be in games like this and to be in the midst of a 6 of 7 and a 3 in a row.
It's a fine line, though, between developing and finishing things off when you win and, okay, we're here, we know what it looks like. No. There's a difference.
5.5 seconds to go. Castleton looking to get it in, taking a long time. Finally lobs it to Temple. Temple fouled before he elevated for the shot. Smart play by the Blazers to not allow the Raptors to get off a three as Portland takes the foul. 3.3 seconds on the game clock.
And it was a foul to give nonetheless.
Hey, that was real close, though. Raptors will have to do it again, this time from the near side. Castleton to do the honors again. Trying to get it in. He finds Robinson for the three. His shot blocked on the perimeter. The big man gets stuffed at the buzzer, and Toronto loses 105-102.
A little unfamiliarity. Garrett Temple was wide open, and Castleton was set on getting the ball across court.
Matisse Thybulle, who came in the fourth quarter, his career he's been known as a defensive specialist, and he made a huge play right at the end of the ball game to secure the victory for the Blazers.
Awareness, defensive mentality, defensive mindset, and Thybulle right there for the block.
So Portland wins in a comeback, 105-102 the final. We'll step aside for the break, come back with final stats, then get set to wrap things up and hand it off to post-game coverage on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, buddy, got lunch plans?
Well, I usually...
Nope. Today you go Mojo Mode at Subway.
Mojo Mode?
Eat bold with Subway's new Mojo sauce on a 6-inch turkey or ham sub for just $4.99.
Okay, but I usually...
Forget that. Mojo is smoky, spicy, $4.99. Today's lunch is not the usual.
Hey, I'm already feeling Mojo!
Only at Subway. At participating stores. Extras, taxes, and delivery additional. Expires April 13th, 2025.
Ugh, traffic. Uncomfortable, am I right? Look, I can't get you home any sooner, but what I can do is make your life more comfortable when you get there. That's because Leon's Comfort Sale is on. Wait for it. Now, get 50% off select sofas and sectionals like the Jessica sofa, only $6.99, or 50% off select mattresses. Plus, get amazing offers on financing. Now, honk the horn. Let them know you have a sale to get to. Leon's. Now that's comfortable. Visit leons.ca today.
Hear that? That's the sound of a sell-off vacations deal leaving you behind. Why miss your chance to get away right away when our experts can save your vacation and budget with unbeatable prices on last-minute all-inclusive sun packages?
What's up, insiders? The brackets are released. Go Raptors, go. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on that bell. And let's cheer the Raptors on to a big win tonight in Portland. Make sure to join our Bracket Mania Bracket Challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Go Raptors. We the North.
Mega what?
Listen to the voice in your head and get a Canon Megatank printer so you don't have to think about ink for a long, long time. Canon Megatank printers available at Staples, Best Buy, and Walmart.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 105-102 the final. Portland beating the Toronto Raptors. A 3-point victory for Portland, a game where Toronto had a 16-point lead and a couple of different 15-point leads, but they couldn't close it out in the fourth quarter. The Raptors finished with 38 field goals made to Portland's 36, but the Blazers outscored the Raptors by 24 on the perimeter. 18 triples in the ballgame, only 10 for the Raptors. The Raptors with 4 fewer rebounds. Leading scorer in the ballgame was Simons with 22, and Kamara had 21. On the other side for the Raptors, Scotty Barnes with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a career-high 6 steals, but we didn't see him for much of the fourth quarter and certainly not down the stretch. 28 minutes played for Scotty Barnes. Ochai Agbaji in his return to the lineup had 19. Jakob Poeltl had 19. Didn't see him down the stretch either. Pretty decent night from Jamal Shed with 10 points, 6 assists off the bench. Colin Castleton had 12 rebounds to go along with 8 points. A.J. Lawson, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Another fabulous game for him. Orlando Robinson, who missed at the buzzer on a 3-ball. He was 0 of 3 from distance, 4 of 12 from the floor, had 10 points, 4 rebounds. And the Raptors lose the game 105-102 on the front night of the back-to-back, playing tomorrow in Phoenix.
Good fight right there if you're Toronto. Here's my issue with these kinds of games and focusing on the development. There are other players, key players, that need to develop and learn how to win these games, and some of them aren't playing right now. Shed, Barnes, like they need to know what to do and learn what to do in these games. It's not like they have it down. Every game is different. Every situation is different. And those opportunities aren't coming for them the same way you're trying to develop these other guys. So I get it, but there's another side to the coin too.
So the Raptors will hop on a plane shortly and fly down to Arizona, getting set for that tilt against the Phoenix Suns. The road trip closes later this week in San Francisco when Toronto will play against the Golden State Warriors. Thanks to everybody involved in our broadcast. Producer J.R. Manitat and technical director Tristan Marcagiani. For Paul Jones, I'm Eric Smith. Post-game coverage is coming up next with Amit Mann. You've been listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. Tangerine Bank, this is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors, right here on the Sportsnet radio network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
No-hitters of his stellar career, blanking the Royals and then the Tigers. In 1974, Ryan racked up 22 wins, a career high, and also his third no-hitter, this time shutting down the Twins. Both of those years, he finished in the top 3 for the Cy Young Award as top pitcher, an award he never won. Ryan's fourth no-hitter came in a 1-0 win over the Orioles in 1975. The Ryan Express had to wait 6 years before his next no-no, getting it in a Houston Astros uniform against the LA Dodgers. By 1989, Ryan was a Texas Ranger and became the first player in Major League Baseball history to play for all 4 original expansion teams. The following season, he pitched his 6th no-hitter, this time against the Oakland A's. But he had one more no-hitter up his sleeve against the Toronto Blue Jays on May 1st, 1991. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Sunday, March the 16th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the EPL, 3 p.m., Leicester takes on Manchester United with the Leicester feed on Internet 1950, Manchester United on Internet 1965, National feed on SiriusXM and Internet channels 157. In Major League Baseball spring training action, 4:05 p.m., Cincinnati Reds take on the Seattle Mariners, Reds on XM 182 Internet 847, Mariners on Internet 864. 4:05 p.m., Atlanta Braves take on the Detroit Tigers on Internet 842. 4:05 p.m., San Francisco Giants take on the A's on Internet 863. 4:05 p.m., Texas Rangers face the Chicago White Sox on XM 183 Internet 867. 4:10 p.m., Colorado Rockies take on the Kansas City Royals on Internet 849. 4:10 p.m., San Diego Padres face the Arizona Diamondbacks, Padres on Internet 862, Diamondbacks on Internet 840. 4:10 p.m., LA Angels face the San Diego Padres on Internet 853. In MLS, 4:55 p.m., Portland Timbers face the LA Galaxy on SiriusXM and Internet channels 157. 7 p.m., Atlanta United FC face Inter Miami on SiriusXM and Internet channels 157, Spanish feed on Internet 1999. In the NBA, 3:30 p.m., LA Lakers face the Phoenix Suns. Lakers on SiriusXM channels 86 Internet 893, Suns on Internet 903. 6 p.m., Portland Trail Blazers take on the Toronto Raptors. Blazers on SiriusXM channels 86 Internet 904, Raptors on SiriusXM channels 167 Internet 907. 6 p.m., Brooklyn Nets face the Atlanta Hawks. Nets on Sirius 160 XM 212 and Internet 882, Hawks on Internet 880. 7 p.m., LA Clippers face the Charlotte Hornets. Clippers on Sirius 162 XM214 and Internet 892. Hornets on Internet 893. 7 p.m., Minnesota Timberwolves host the Utah Jazz. Timberwolves on Sirius 161, XM213 and Internet 897. Jazz on Internet 908. 9 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks face the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bucks on Sirius, XM channels 86, Internet 896. Thunder on Internet 900. In the NHL, 3:30 p.m., Colorado Avalanche face the Dallas Stars. Avs on Sirius, XM channels 91, Internet 926. Stars on Internet 928. 6 p.m., St. Louis Blues face the Anaheim Ducks. Blues on Sirius, XM channels 91, Internet 944. Ducks on Internet 920. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Edmonton Oilers. Rangers on Sirius 208, XM219 and Internet 938. Oilers on Internet 930. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders face the Florida Panthers. Islanders on Sirius 209, XM220 and Internet 937. Panthers on Internet 931. 8 p.m., Vancouver Canucks host the Utah Hockey Club. Canucks on Sirius 210, XM221 and Internet 948. Utah on Internet 947. 9 p.m., Seattle Kraken face the Winnipeg Jets. Kraken on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 943. Jets on Internet 951. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Sunday, March the 16th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the EPL, 3 p.m., Leicester takes on Manchester United with the Leicester feed on Internet 1950, Manchester United on Internet 1965, national feed on SiriusXM and Internet channels 157. In Major League Baseball spring training action, 4:05 p.m., Cincinnati Reds take on the Seattle Mariners. Reds on XM 182, Internet 847, Mariners on Internet 864. 4:05 p.m., Atlanta Braves take on the Detroit Tigers on Internet 842. 4:05 p.m., San Francisco Giants take on the A's on Internet 863. 4:05 p.m., Texas Rangers face the Chicago White Sox on XM 183